going on, everybody? Thank you for joining. It is Sunday. You know what that means? It is the third Sunday with no football. I know I said last Sunday and the week before that I was going to stop it, but it always hurts when we go on Sunday and there's no football talk. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know there's a lot going on tonight in the YouTube world, in the YouTube community, rather. So yeah, I thank you guys. I'm kind of recuperating a little bit from last night because I went on Vancouver Comic Junkies channel. He had Roger, Dave in the Cave, and Otto from 3 Men in the Basement. You know, we stayed in that backstage lounge area a little bit too much, so I'm kind of recuperating. So today it's just water. It's water for newbie today. There's no Corona. There's no Bud Light Lime. There's nothing like that at all. I got two of my comic familia here, so I'm going to bring them in real quick. I'm going to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Information. It is FaceTime. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? You sound like a real lightweight, though.
No, dude, we were like going for like 3-4 hours. It was, yeah. Like I said, I don't have any.
I can't even handle a Bud Light. Damn, it's all bad, bro.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. All right, let's bring in our man, Mr. Always on Time, Mr. Blue Pill.
Blue Pill.
Hyper, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Hyper, for those of you that are and keeping score at home, Hyper actually just got on like 20 seconds before we went live. Face is considering that a late. You know, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna call it a draw. I'm not gonna say he was on time. I'm not gonna say he's late. I'm gonna call it a draw.
I literally came 20 seconds before the broadcast. There was no stipulation that I had to be there like 5 minutes before the broadcast.
You learned nothing from your years of reading Batman?
What do you mean?
It's all about prep time, bro.
Yeah, and I wanted to know how your weekend was. You know, how's Hyper? You know,
come on, we're not going
live Tuesday. You know, but it's cool. It's cool. I get you.
We're not going on a date. Come on.
Man. Well, you got to buy me dinner first for it to be a date. But hey, all right, guys.
New Nick, it's fucking weird.
I mean, I'm always weird. All right, guys. So before we get started, you guys know we're basically, I guess, a professional channel.
We are.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. So we got a few friends that we need to talk about. We got Big B Comics. I rep the one in Niagara, but they got two great stores, one in Barrie, one in Hamilton. If you want big ass books, you got to go to Barrie. I am planning to go there in 2 weeks' time. So shout out to Big B Comics. Bleecker Street Comic Press, $10 press, $5 cleans. This guy, man, he pressed some of my books. Unreal. Like literally grade bumping pressing. He's got a website there, bleekerstreetcomics.com. He's got about 2,000 comics on there. Go check him out. Hopefully there might be some code word you guys can use in the future, but right now go check him out. He's just starting. He just picked up like a few boxes he told me about, so he's going to have more comics, but again, 2,000 already on his website, so go check it out. And Bird City Comics in affiliation with Drunken Chat. Anthony's a solid dude. Go check him out. Bird City Comics. They've got a lot of store exclusive, and it's just, like I said, a solid dude, so make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram. And Shape State Creative. If you're looking for a logo or an intro video or an outro video, just go there, ask for Derek, and they'll take care of you. And finally, Mutant Beaver Comics. Use code word newbie10, get 10% off. Rep the Canadian, support the Canadians. They do ship to the US, but definitely go check these guys out. Solid guys, really nice. So again, that's code word newbie10.
Mutant Beaver. That is probably my favorite shop name I have ever heard.
Mutant Beaver, man. Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
Wolverine, a beaver with Wolverine. Man, it's crazy. You know how Canadians are, man. We're crazy. We use beavers. We use moose. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'll do Mutant Moose Comics or something. Who knows?
I'm just taking this all in right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to build Mutant Moose Comics. I kind of like this idea. Where are we going with this?
Just saying, you heard it here first. No, it's my spec. Let's get into the chat before we get into new comic book day, spec, and news. Guys, I know in the thumbnail rather, we always put the comic spec first, news, and then new comic book day. We kind of do it reverse. So I might have to change that. So we go new comic book day, comic news, and then comic spec. So definitely get your popcorn ready, your Coronas, your water, whatever you're doing. If you're at work, listening, appreciate it. If you guys catching us on the rewind, appreciate it. As always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, support FaceTime and Hypercombo, sub them up, follow them on IG.
The only person watching this shit at work is me, and that's just so I control you.
Yeah. Tim, thank you for joining. You got the gold medal, brother. Sam coming in with the silver. Reno's 3 Canadians in a row. Sweet. Reno's getting that bronze. So there go the medals. We got Pierre Gusso, Dan De La Torre, Comic Dude, boom, Bricks. Man, we got a lot of Canadians in here today. Yeah, Connecticut, Tiger, what's going on, man? Sean, Hawaiian Punch, one of my favorite people to talk comics with. I mean, I like talking comics with everybody, but me and Punch go a little way back. We got Sparks in here. Philly born, Eagles fly, baby. That's right. Even though I'm in Canada, I'm an Eagles fan. Who else we got? We got a few other people. If I miss you, I apologize. But yeah, let's get started. I'm just proud. I'm just happy that I got it 2 weeks in a row. I said Comic Dude, not Comic Dud. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
It is an improvement.
Right? Yeah, it is. It is.
Say better.
All right, guys. So we're going to start with new comic book. I ask you gentlemen right off the top, as I usually do every week, what do you guys think? Is it a light week, a heavy week? In your opinion, where are we at?
On it, kind of light, I guess.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Well, it just depends on it depends on certain factors. There's a lot of things to factor in this week. It's a weird week, I'll tell you that.
There's a few big releases this week that might not make it so light, because there might be a few titles that we might be talking about that we might end up getting multiple copies of variants and whatnot. So
yeah, and that's the thing. It's a light week as far as like maybe title count goes, but it might be a little heavier on the actual issues that you might take home because of some of these comics with the different variants and everything like that. So
yeah.
Just depends on who you collect and everything, you know.
Well, let's get started. Let's not leave the people waiting. I'm sure everybody wants to talk WandaVision, news, and spec. Today, I actually just found out not too long ago that I will be having the floor to myself when it comes to the spec side. So I'm going to probably save all my word and my word count for the end. But here we go, guys and ladies. First up, we got Firepower number 9. Can't believe we're at number 9 already. Well, no, we can't.
Yeah, man, and it's been a solid series the whole way through. I'm really liking it. I could see it getting optioned at some point in the future, and I think it's Robert Kirkman's baby. Like, he's putting a lot of focus into Firepower, it seems.
Yeah.
I think this one is just a matter of time. Like, I really do.
He said he really wants to do something with this one. But on the other hand, you know, it kind of feels like that's been the case on everything that he's done so far. I mean, but we are seeing, you know, we're finally seeing the Invincible animated and everything like that come out through Amazon. So it looks like we might be starting to see some action on some of his properties.
Yeah, I just like that it's consistently only been one cover, and it's not like 7 different variants I have to choose from.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been great about the Skybound stuff for the most part is, you know, it's been like with Stillwater, it's, you know, outside of like the first issue, it's basically been one cover. So
yeah. Marvell, what's happening, brother? Thanks for joining. Yeah. All right. This next one, I don't want to butcher it or something weird, but I think it's Noctera number 1, right? Is that how I pronounce it?
Yeah.
Yes, Noctera.
I know a lot of people were big on this before it was coming out. A lot of people were saying, hey, newbie, you might want to grab it. Nobody told me to stack the book, which was really good. I don't know too much about it. My shop already, they're like,
I don't know how much I would. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my shop already told me, they're like, hey, if you don't want to put it in your pull, he even said, he goes, I guarantee you it will be there on the shelf. So just if you have a change of heart, it'll be there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So
yeah, there's probably going to be a heavy order on these issues. It's a new series coming from Scott Snyder, and there was a Kickstarter involved, and there's a shit ton of exclusive covers for this. So I mean, there's going to be copies out there, but it's Scott Snyder, so doing his own thing. So it's probably going to be a pretty good series. I mean, I
covers?
No.
Yeah, some of these covers are really good. I mean, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're into, the exclusives and everything like that, yeah, Nocterra is worth taking a look at because there are a lot of really good covers for that. Even previews here is not showing.
Yeah. Previews has got 5 actually, so that's my bad. It's not 3, it's 5 that previews is showing. I mean,
yeah,
really, 4, I never count that blank one. I don't count those blank ones as a cover. I don't know. I know there's people out there that collect it, but I just.
Well, with the exclusives for this, there's probably about fucking 20 covers.
Yeah, it's going that route. Do we know if there's a first second print out there already or no?
I'm not sure. Just because, like I said, the print count on this number 1 seems like it's going to be pretty high because of all the exclusives and whatnot. Yeah. Really, I think honestly, I think I believe it was it Sparks or Whack that just mentioned it was Kickstarter first. That's probably going to be the issue to have, the Kickstarter issue.
Yeah, it's true. I wonder what it's going for on eBay. Maybe somebody in the chat can let me know. All right.
No idea. I haven't received them yet, so I don't know if anybody else has received them yet either. So.
All right. Unearthed number 10. I'll be honest. This is again one of those books that I don't even remember talking about the previous 10 issues.
Well, I see it says final issue there. So I'm guessing it's going to be the last issue. Yeah, it's not a series that I've been on. It's Cullen Bunn though, so it's probably pretty decent.
It's all right. Hyper, have you taken a look at this series? Have you been on it? No,
not at all. No.
You have been pulling back though. I know that because
Well, Image also is not exactly one of the publishers I go heavy on that much. So
yeah. I know for a fact Face is picking these up. Big fan of Walking Dead. But we got Walking Dead number 10.
I'm only picking one of these up. I'm just picking up B covers that are the reprint of the main covers. They got my money last week with those
the head ones, right? And
yeah,
yeah.
So thank God I'm only having to pick up one this week.
Yeah, and I think we all agreed too on the panel last week. We all agreed on and some people in the chat as well. Why would they put out all 6 at once? Like, why didn't they kind of send 1 or 2 every week for the next
Yeah, I feel like that would have definitely been the better decision. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm actually really hoping that they do another one down the road after I think it's issue 18 drops. I hope they do one for Michonne.
18. All right, cool. Well, that was Image, guys. Now we're going to move on to Dark Horse. Avatar: The Next Shadow, number 3. Obviously, this is about the movie. Side note, before we go on, wasn't the Avatar movie supposed to come out 2022?
I'm not sure. I know they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on 3, right?
What's that?
They're working on 3 of them, though, right? I think that's what we were promised at the beginning. It was 3.
The first one was supposed to be a total of 5.
Oh shit!
No, there's supposed to be it's 5 now.
Wow. Yeah. 5 Avatar movies. I hope they're not 5 hours long like the first. I mean, the first one was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was. I mean, every time I think of the movie Avatar, I'm always thinking man, it was almost 3 hours. It was crazy.
It's probably going to be.
I mean, if the story is worth telling, then I'm good with it. And I liked the first one. It really was Space Pocahontas. It very much had that feel to it. But it was a good movie. I liked it, and it's got me to jump on this series. Now, I'll be honest, I have not read a single issue of it yet. I'm waiting until I have all 4 to just go ahead and read the whole thing. But I'm grabbing the series, so I like the Avatar franchise so far. Hopefully they don't ruin it with the new movies.
Yeah. Renos is saying the second movie should be coming out later this year. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, because it's been a while, man. I think the movie came out in like 11 or 2012, somewhere around there.
No, 2009.
Yeah, it was a pretty big gap.
What? Sorry, Hyper. When?
It was like 2009 or 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That long ago.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Last week.
Way to make us feel old, Hyper.
Well,
last week we had Stray Dogs. This week we have Dead Dog Bites, #1. So.
Got nothing for this one. I'm not jumping on it.
No. Hyper, anything to add?
In Dark Horse, I'm even less big on than Image. So.
I think I might have to go watch what Sparks has to say. If Sparks in here, he might have some information. But yeah, when I saw this one,
I mean, there's a few titles, but this one doesn't really jump out. I mean, it is a #1, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's a new series, and you know what? You know what the problem is for me? The first 2 words of the synopsis, and this guy's fucking name, Connor, or what is it? Cormac Guffin. Cormac Guffin. So I'm just seeing MacGuffin in there, and I'm thinking this series is gonna be not something I'm gonna be into after all that.
They got 2 covers. They're not the greatest covers, either one of them. Nothing against the artist. Just not my art, not eye pleasing. So for me, it's a pass, even if it's a #1. If I miss out, I miss out. I'm not gonna chase it, but that's kind of where I stand on this one.
Yeah, it might be a great series. It's just not one that I'm putting on my pull list. There wasn't anything there that drew me in. So
Sparks has been saying he's passing. So,
but Sparks mentioned it's the same guy that did 4 Kids Walk into a Bank, which that's being optioned. Yeah. I think so. It's the same writer.
Louis, what's going on, man? And yeah, he is. Yeah, okay. Well, it might be worth something, but hey, I'm not gonna chase it. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I don't know. Free case #2.
Fear case.
Well, it ain't free.
Oh, I said geek. Oh man, my bad. Fear case. Wow. You know what? I love old school cars. I love black covers. This kind of goes hand in hand. I picked up #1. I'll probably pick up this one. I really like it. People seem to be liking the storyline. I know a lot of people. I think all 3, like you, Keys, and Face, picked it up, right, guys? Like you guys all picked up #1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I'm on for this.
What's that?
No, mine's still in the mail, so I haven't even read it yet.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna be picking this one for sure. Like I said, it's straight cover for me, also because I've already have #1 and stuff. So yeah, I'm grabbing it for sure. Is it just the one, or do they have 2 covers? Yeah, I thought this was.
There's usually a variant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like both. I don't know. This one just. I mean, if this was white, I think we would all be like, oh man, that's such a waste of space. Because it's black, I think people are like, oh man, it's crazy, it's good. Just the whole hard. Like, how hard is this gonna be to get a 9.8? Like, that's gonna be very difficult, man.
Right.
True. Yeah. I'm not really sure how Dark Horse's printing is because I don't really buy much Dark Horse, so I don't know how their printing quality is compared to the other publishers.
Well, I mean, who's submitting Fear Case #2 to get fucking graded, though?
Well, that's the question. Well, even Fear Case 1 almost had the same black cover, right?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not gonna mention any names. This is I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. Like, collect however you want, grade whatever you want. But there's a lot of people I'm starting to see who just buy stuff on New Comic Book Day and just send it out, man. Like they literally just send it to CGC because it's crossed hope. You know what I mean? So who knows? Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's always the hope that there's going to be something with the issue, I guess, but I don't know. It's probably not one that I would put high on my list to get graded.
I wouldn't either, man. But there's people out there. So we got Overwatch, Tracer, London Calling. I think I talked about this 2 weeks ago and said, Jesus, why is it so freaking long with the name.
I think this is going to be a hyper series because this is based on a video game, right?
I only picked up issue 1 though. I don't know if I'm going to read this digitally or the trade. It's just I'm not really picking up all the issues for this one. I mean, I just picked up issue 1 just because it was the first issue, but I'll either trade weight or digital on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those series that I'm not really inclined to pick up every single issue.
Gotcha.
IDW Publishing, we've got Marvel Action Captain Marvel #1. We also have Gwen Stacy sighting on the cover.
Actually, newbie, before you get too far into this one, go ahead if you can and do your little trick there and pull up the retailer incentive because that's going to be a pretty hot issue this week, I think.
This one right here?
This seems to be a series that's been, or a cover that seems to have been selling out pretty much everywhere. Now it's going to be, it's low print anyway because it's Captain Marvel, but it's also a pretty good cover with Ghost Spider on there, so people seem to have been asking for a little bit of a premium for it.
Interesting.
I'm not really seeing anything like that's like mind blowing or anything like that. So I mean, it's just
great
if you don't.
It does have Spider-Gwen on a ratio cover, so that could be something also.
Right.
She's on both of them though, if you think about it, right? She's on cover A, she's on this one. So like, what is there something?
Well, no, just because this is
we're not really reading or we're not really seeing here. Or?
I think it's just the scarcity of it. Probably that's why.
Maybe. Yeah, because it is going to be so hard to find because it's not going to be a very heavily ordered series, so you're automatically going to have a lower amount of the retailer incentives.
And not for nothing, she's also holding a cell phone, and we know what happened with that last time she held a cell phone, and that cover with Peach.
I was doing that on the A cover also.
Oh, was she? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my argument.
So basically, this one is gonna. This is what? Is this the 1 in 25 or is this a 1 in 10?
No, it's usually 1 in 10.
It's like a 1 in 10.
Yeah, these Marvel actions, they don't expect shops to order 25 copies. I think they even know 10 copies is already a struggle.
Yeah, makes sense.
Does anybody in the chat or you guys here on the panel, do you guys know what it's actually already going for on eBay? I mean, I know I only use eBay as an example. I mean, we all kind of use that as a measuring stick, but like, what's it currently going for?
I didn't even see this cover until you just popped up right now on the show.
Okay.
Would you have an idea?
I think it would sell for around like $20 or so.
$20
US. So that's about.
Did you guys see that Taskmaster? Oh my God.
Taskmaster. Yeah. What is it? The first appearance of Tamagotchi or something?
Yeah. That 1 in 25, I think it was, or a 1 in 10. I can't remember.
Like it's 1 in
10. Oh, you're talking about the Black Widow like one or whatever.
Yeah, it's like going for like 200 US.
Yeah, like, I passed up on a near mint minus of that for $30 because I'm like
same.
It's Taskmaster.
Well, and you know why? Because nobody's fucking on that series anyway. Really, like that's. I mean, I can't say a whole lot of people that have been on it.
It literally was. I could literally put in my cart on New Comic Book Day, and then I was like, I just whiffed on.
Yeah. I did the exact same thing as Hyper, man. I was like, it's Taskmaster. Like, I'm no.
Hyper, are you reading the series or am I?
No. It's just this whole Tamagotchi guy, whoever he is. That's
the Korean Pepsi man, as people are.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually been a pretty decent series so far, to be honest.
I'm just not feeling a lot of these miniseries that Marvel's putting out. I just feel that they tend to be inconsequential, so they end up just being good reads, nothing more, nothing less, for the most part. I'm not saying I'm not saying all of them, but just generally speaking.
Yeah.
You see a first appearance of Pepsi Man.
Which, I mean...
See?
Well, we'll see where that goes. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We know he's the next big thing.
Look, I'm joking with people saying that issue 4 he's gonna battle the Coca-Cola bear. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, bro, I got money on the fucking bear. Like,
we got Star Wars High Republic Adventures #2. I don't know. I didn't pull any of these in my pool, but again, my shop said, "Hey, newbie, if you don't want to put them in your pool, I guarantee you." He said that a lot this week. So I don't know what that says about like people buying books this week, but there was a lot of books this week. He's like, "Newbie, if we don't put it in your pool, trust me, it's going to be on the wall." So I don't know. He said this one's going to be there. Star Wars is super hot. You know, everybody's picking anything Star Wars right now because of that. So I don't know. I haven't put it in my pool. I might be able to pick it up according to my shop. You guys have it on your pool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars. That's on mine for sure.
I'll be honest. This is more of a spec buy for me. These High Republic issues 1. High Republic and High Republic Adventures. I'm picking up multiples. And also for this one, the first 5 1 in 10s are connecting covers. So
you like the so yeah,
I'm going for those. So yeah.
Tony Sanders, man, one of the I can never be on his show. He's got a great thing going. They do these hunts and they give out these championship belts and stuff. It's such a fun show. If you guys don't know, please go check him out. Go check the people he rolls with and the show itself, man. It's really a good time. I do have to get on there, and we do have to do something sooner rather than later, Tony. So big shout out for you joining in, man. Much appreciated. Means a lot. Yeah, Star Wars, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong lately. I think we all picked up heavy on number 1 just because of the fact it was number 1. It was the first appearance of the twins, right? There was a few first appearances, but yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Is there anything here that you guys might want to add, like a cameo or a first appearance? I'm not trying to like throw hints or anything. I'm just genuinely asking you guys. Do you guys see anything happening in this issue or no?
It's fairly likely because it's such a new series and they're introducing so much that there's probably something that's going to be introduced for sure.
That's the only reason why I'm buying multiples, at least for the first arc, because I figure there has to be at least one. Not in every single issue, but the chance of each issue having at least 1 year appearance is fairly likely.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And like Alex is saying, I think this is true, right? Because in issue 1, we got the cameo. So this one should be the first full appearance.
You would think, yeah.
Right? They could do like a Venom 7 thing where, we get the cameo in 7 and get the first appearance in 9, right? That could happen as well. Who knows, right? They want to sell you books, so they could do that. Who knows, right? But I'm sure come Tuesday evening, there's going to be a leak or something, and people are going to jump on it and chase it. So, but Star Wars, you can't go wrong with it, regardless, man. Like Bricks just said, nothing really to spec on anymore. Just enjoy the story.
Yeah, I'll probably have to crack one of these books and actually read it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you read comics?
And Hyper, you said the 1 in 5s are connecting.
No, the 1 in 10. The first 5 1 in 10s are actually it's a connecting cover. Oh, okay. And Reynos, yes, Tamagotchi is a digital pet in the 90s. I just couldn't pronounce the other guy's actual name, so I just call him Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. I remember those things too. You had to like feed it and shit. I remember this girl got in trouble in grade school because her pet like was hungry or some shit, and like they sent her to the principal's office. So yeah.
Yeah, I tried to like the whole stigma. It's a virtual pet, so I just got a digital T-Rex just to make it a little bit more boyish, I guess.
Wow. We couldn't afford, like, we were coming to Canada when that stuff was hot, so we couldn't even afford the Tamagotchi. We had like the Byway, whatever Byway was selling. They had like this fake one. I think it was like an Eggy or something. That's what we had. So.
Were they expensive though? I don't even remember. Because they were a while back.
Actually, was like $40 or something like that
for that little device.
I'm sure, man. Yeah, at the time it was like the best. Like remember Furbies were going for? Like Furbies were like $40-$50 too.
Yeah, because the thing is, I got the Gigapet. I don't think it was Tamagotchi. I think Gigapet was like the rival for Tamagotchi. Anyways, I don't know how we got on that.
Yeah, I don't know. This is
three guys talking about virtual pets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Hyper's fault.
Yeah. All right. Transformers Beast Wars #2. We got 2 covers here. It's a pass for me. I've just not really been on anything Transformers, to be honest with you guys. It's a dope cover.
You're allowed to be wrong.
What's that?
I said you're allowed to be wrong, newbie.
I'm not into it. That, it's not my thing. So
weren't you naming all the Beast Wars at one point, including
right?
including Gold Star?
This was like fucking a month ago when the first issue came out.
Yeah, and we did that.
There was a secret character, Gold Star. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't see Gold Star on the cover. Who is he?
I'm assuming
the B cover though.
I think Face is the one that picks up the Transformers stuff, right? Like Face is Transformers, G.I. Joe, Walking Dead. Hyper, you're not really into the run, right?
No. Because the thing is, I kind of missed the whole Beast Wars thing because I didn't really have cable back then. So I only caught that series like later on when pretty much it was off air.
Yeah. Well, this would be a perfect time to jump on Hyper. And the B cover for this issue is actually like, I don't know, it's the one I like. So.
Didn't they do this one last week or the last time, Face? Like, didn't they have the?
No, they did. They did a similar one. Similar? With two different characters.
Okay.
It was.
I thought it was Rhinox and I thought it was Rhinox on that one too.
Nah, I thought it was Megatron and somebody else.
I might have to check back. Yeah, because I think I remember saying like afterwards, I was like, guys, why is it like the same or back-to-back issues? It's kind of the same thing. But yeah, if you guys don't know Beast Wars, it was a show early 90s or mid 90s, sorry. It was on for I think like 4 years, along with reboot and things like that. But yeah, if you guys don't know the characters, you got Rhinox right there.
He does. He knows them all.
Yeah, Rhinox right there. He was the super smart one on the good side, and then we got Scorponok, who I think dies in like spoiler alert. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't leak that.
Way to ruin the series.
Spoiler alert. You say spoiler alert before the spoiler comes, not after.
I know. I'm not good at this stuff, man. I'm not good at this stuff. But yeah, Scorponok dies like super early in the show, so you don't really see him. So it's kind of interesting that they have him kind of on a cover. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, right? As always, we are going to leave Marvel till the end. So we are going to go down to Dynamite, where we don't really have anything. There's not even anything worth.
No ask for you to click on?
Yet, Newbie still clicks on covers, but more so than Image and Dark Horse.
Yeah, there's nothing, man. There's Sith. Rest in peace, Scorp. Yo, man. I remember there was this kid in school when like Beast Wars was this like the shit. Again, I was like, first of all, I couldn't speak English. We were like 6, 7 years old, right? So it was Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and this. And I remember there was this guy who was like Scorponok, and like that's all he would do like at recess, and like he'd just go around like doing this to people. And I remember like just being like, man, what the fuck? Like, what's this guy doing?
Did he do it to you?
Yeah, he did it to everybody, like teachers, girls, like just everybody. But I didn't realize what it was until first I learned English, and then B, I watched the show, and then I was like, oh, that's why that kid was doing that. But for the longest time, I'm like, why is this kid like just doing this? Like,
yeah, that could be a bit unsettling when you don't know the context.
So right. I want to see Hyper do that.
Yeah, I'm sure Sith does.
Yo, and you got to remember, right? Like I didn't know the language, right? So like to me, it's just this like random person doing this and like saying sounds or like I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, it's just a little crazy, but
yeah. If a grown man starts doing that in public, you know how that ends up.
Yeah, sir, get on the ground, sir.
It's a really bad story waiting to happen.
All right, so we're gonna Dynamite. We're gonna head into Boom, Berserker. I mean, how many covers of this do we have? Like,
so
this is
2000.
Yeah, this is one of the issues that I was alluding to, where this could be one of those books that people might go heavy on in terms of ratios or, variants and all that. It's because there's at least we know that there's an A and a B cover, but on top of that, there's a foil variant for both, and then you have like a ton of variants. You have the 2 1 in 25s, 2 1 in 50s.
Yeah,
and I think
there's 1 in 10.
Is there a 1 in 10?
I believe so.
Okay.
Don't sleep on this one, man. Do not sleep on this one.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Of course I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. You're told I can't tell.
I mean, I think the 1 in 10 is the blank is a red blank variant actually. So you could go ahead and sleep on that one and go for the red blank.
I mean, I forget who it was. Somebody on IG actually posted like all of them, and they had all the pictures of all. Not that they actually physically had them, but he was just showing that like this is all the ones that are coming out. And I think there was like
favorite.
I think there's like 100 of them. Like
my favorite is the 1 in 25 Liber Mejo, and the Virgin variant of that is the 1 in 50. But the 1 in 25 one is probably my favorite ratio.
Wow.
I'm grabbing the A cover and probably I don't know, a couple others that I like.
And honestly, this is one of those books that unless you live in a remote town where your shop orders the bare minimum, I can almost assure you'll find this on the shelf.
Yeah, I agree. What's that 1 in 2,000 going for? I think
no, it's 1 in 1,000, isn't it?
It's 1 in 1,000? Okay, I thought it was 1 in 2,000 or something like that. Yeah. And like there's some that are signed as well, right? Or is that the one?
Well, all of them I believe are going to be signed.
Wow.
I'm not sure how they're actually working that process though.
I know one. Sorry, go ahead.
Because I think aren't they graded also, the signed ones?
I'm not sure if they're graded, but no, I was gonna say that I saw one on a Canadian website selling for about 2,500 Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. Holy crap. Yeah, not for me.
Just hope that I'm just hoping to see Keanu Reeves do a CGC event like a year down the fucking road where they're doing, his autographs for $70 or whatever. Like,
how much do you think he would actually charge for an autograph?
No, he's too nice.
Actually, it'd probably be a lot more, but yeah.
He's too nice that he wouldn't charge that much.
Well, it's not, but it's not him though. It would be his handlers and all the other people, because they normally it's not this. I mean, the celebrities do have a part in terms of fixing their prices, but generally it's also the agency that they're going through. So, yeah, that's why I mean, what's his name? GSP. If you meet him outside, like publicly, he'll sign anything for free. But once he's at a convention, he charges $100 or something.
What?
That's usually because it's through someone else. You know what I mean?
God, for basically like a nobody. No, just kidding, man.
Dude. Watch yourself.
I'm kidding. GSP is the man. He reps Canada. Yeah, absolutely.
He was also voted Canadian Athlete of the Year, I think twice, 2 times, or 1 time, at least once.
I'm surprised it wasn't like.
It was Wayne Gretzky like 4 times. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let's relax. I don't want to get any sports things and people go crazy. Like, what? Gretzky? All right. Finishing off, and again, it seems like we're going so fast, but I mean, there's not much. It's super light in some cases, but we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 23, and that finishes off Boom for us. Again, this isn't something that I don't think any of us are on, including Keys. I think I'm the last one to have bought anything Buffy, and that was back in July when they had that first appearance of that new Slayer. Since then,
nice cover.
Yeah.
This I'll probably grab that.
Yeah. They got 3 covers, so this is cover A.
I like that. Yeah.
Cover B. It's all right.
Should like that one too.
And then C is this one right here.
I don't give a shit about that one.
Yeah, that one doesn't.
But that almost feels like it's supposed to be an homage to something. It feels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Figured Bullwinkle had the title locked up.
I think he's talking about Canadian Athlete of the Year.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was thinking, what did we talk about? I'm confused. Oh man.
Yeah, I like the A and the B cover for this though, for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. Do you guys have anything?
I'll grab both.
Do you guys have anything or any books that you guys might want to put light on in like the other category that we have?
I think you might have to scroll, like just do the brisk scrolls, and then we might be able to catch something.
Okay.
Well, I know AWA has a new series coming out called Chariot, which I'm actually.
Oh, there you go.
Number one.
Yeah, I hate to say I'm happy about it, but it's the first one from AWA that I'm not getting. There's nothing that really makes me want to jump on this series.
Cover looks like something from a movie. It's like one of those.
It looks like
Yeah.
that show that Robert Lowe did on Teletoon or whatever. Oh man, what's it called? Oh fuck. He's like a detective or something. Oh man.
I have no idea what that is.
The chat will know, but yeah, it just kind of has that vibe to it. So.
But yeah, this is the first one from AWA that I am not jumping on, and I'm kind of feel happy about that. I finally got one that I don't have to grab. And then, oh, there we go. Newbie found something to click on.
Yeah, Newbie. There we go. This is.
What? I'm not into this. I was just interested in the eye thing. You know, like.
Well, we know what Newbie's checking on specifically.
So, yeah, we're gonna see Cable pop up a lot now, right? Because of the eye thing, obviously.
Yeah. So you know, it has some things.
The other, another big one that's coming out this week, is from Bad Idea, and it's called ENIAC.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
I think you passed it.
No, I'm not seeing it.
No. I mean, up higher.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, like where the E's are.
Oh, okay. I was thinking N. Sorry.
No, it's showing up in there.
Maybe Bad Ideas in previews.
Did it get? Yeah, maybe it got pushed back. I don't know.
As far as saying it won't be in Diamond.
I don't think Bad Ideas is in Diamond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. It's on. You can pull it up whenever we go over to Marvel. You can pull it up on League of Comics.
League of Comics. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Plot.
Plot. I'm picking that up because it finishes off the whole storyline. So it's an interesting read. It's about like it's like a horror comic from Vault where the house is kind of haunted. You know, typical horror fare, but you know where a family has a past that they don't know about.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna get into Marvel. Once we finish Marvel, guys, especially for those of you that are new and don't know the setup, so we go, new comic book day, comic news, and then comic spec. Usually.
I know you're not leaving out DC.
No, we're gonna do DC. Yeah, no, we're gonna do DC. After we're done Marvel, we do DC news, and then our specs. So just hang in there. Marvel will be the last thing that we do on previews, and then we're gonna switch over to League of Comics. So, to be honest, I mean, there's Amazing Spider-Man 58, second printing right there. I know Hyper is off this run. I was a long time ago. I think Face is the only one picking it up at this point.
I'm damn sure not picking up second printing of 58.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to pass by that. I think I think not a big book because, when people say those words big book and they put it on something, people just assume, oh, this is going to be $100 book. This is going to be a $500 book. This is going to be a $1,000 book. But these America Chavez, made in USA, #1. I know it's a mini series and everything like that, but from what we've seen with these shows and things like that, anything and everything that is associated with the character that's coming, it just gets hot. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a $30, $40 book at some point when she shows up. We got 3 covers. We talked about these covers a few weeks ago, actually. And I think, I don't know about Hyper. I can't remember. I think me and Face said that this was the winner. This, to me,
this is the one I like.
Yeah. So this is the one I'm grabbing. But I can totally see I can see the print run being super high, and I know people are like, it doesn't matter. Some people want to know. I really do think that a lot of people will be picking this up. And I do think that this is probably going to be the one to grab. I also think that this will be a $25 book by Wednesday afternoon. I just have a feeling. If not,
really?
By Wednesday after, I don't know.
You think so?
Nah.
I do.
I have my reservations on that one, on this.
I mean, if there's a first appearance or something, you never know. But I guess
maybe. But
I mean, series 2, right? So they could just be like, hey, here's your first appearance, bah. But I'm just thinking in the sense of we're gonna get her. She is coming in Doctor Strange 2. Who knows, right? But you want to get everything associated with the character, and I think that this is going to be something that a lot of people grab, especially if you have Vengeance 1 and things like that. You're probably going to want to pick this up. Plus, she's on the cover. It's, America Chavez. You got the American flag. Super patriotic there. I think it's a winner.
Yeah,
I like that cover for sure, and I'm gonna probably catch the miniseries, and I'll grab that A cover. The rest of the covers I actually do not like at all.
I don't like any I don't like either of them either, man. Like it's like this one to me is, I don't know. And again, nothing against.
Something just looks wrong with her eyes, and just I don't know. To me, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a fan of this cover.
No, and then even this one, I think Hyper liked this one. I was just not a fan of this one.
I think you guys had an issue with their calf for some reason. I wasn't really that wasn't really my central focus. I just like the whole action pose of it. But
yeah, so I mean, when you really look into it, you have all three in front of you. I think that cover A will be the winner. So yeah, I don't know. Cover A 20. Yeah, I think it's a $25 book. Wednesday afternoon. Does it stay there? I don't think so, but I just think that it would get up there. Again, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've been right.
That's a bold prediction, my friend.
You got to look at some of the books that have gotten to that 2025, and that's usually like the margin I use for like a successful book as well, in the sense of like from a flip and a investment, is when it reaches that $20 to $25 mark later that afternoon or even Thursday morning. I just think that book, when she comes out, or when she's presented, I think it's going to have some value. So I wouldn't be opposed to grabbing a copy or two. Would I stack it? Probably not. But it's just my 2 cents, guys.
Fair enough.
All right, we got Avengers 43. The fight to become the all-new Phoenix heats up. Boom.
Yeah. So I think there's going to be more fights for the Phoenix. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I think that's been the last 2 or 3 issues now.
If there's one Marvel book that you may want to spec on, it might be this issue, just because of how things were left off with Avengers 42.
Yeah, there does seem to be like in there.
Depending on how they handle the situation, I don't want to spoil it too much, but there was a bit of there could be possible retconning involved in terms of Thor's origin, and depending on how things play out in this issue, this might be an issue you might want to look out for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting aspect of this story, is where they go with that and why. Like, why is it changed?
At all. So I do think that, if you might be able to pick it up on the shelf. I mean, Avengers, it's always on the shelf when I go. So, but it also has that whole, low print run, I think. So something to just,
Avengers, I don't think Avengers is actually a low print run. I think Avengers might be actually one of Marvel's more popular series, I would think. Just because
it's probably high.
But I'm for sure at least picking up cover, and just to go in line with all the timeless variants I've been picking up, this Vision. I think this Vision one is probably going to be the last Alex Ross timeless variant that Marvel is going to produce, unless there's another one I'm not recalling.
Did they do Wonder Man yet?
He could do a white Vision.
Listen, I think before Wonder Man, we need to see a Punisher. I'm surprised they didn't do a Punisher timeless variant, to be honest, because Punisher's in that same era. Because he did a Black Widow one, so I'm not sure why we didn't get a Punisher one yet.
True.
Yeah, it's true. There isn't a Punisher one.
Yeah,
good call.
Moon Knight? Is there a Moon Knight?
No.
Is there a Wonder Man?
Yeah, but now.
Bro, we got plenty of fucking timeless variants left. Don't worry, you're gonna be buying these shits for the rest of your life.
So then what's next? It's the Grim Reaper.
It's coming. We're gonna do the villains later.
Yeah, so many characters. Yeah.
This is another one I'm picking up though.
I think this one could be a good one to have as well. So we got Avengers 43. We got the Women's History Month variant right here. I really do think that this would be a successful book. I mean, for the flip purpose, for read purpose, for just having the cover. I think this is a definite pickup for sure.
Especially if you're gonna collect them as a set.
Yeah. What was the last week's? Last week's was or was this the first one? No, last week's was the first one.
No, actually, this week is the first one because it's in line with the Women's International Women's Month or something. It's basically they're doing this for the month of March.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. You know what? I was thinking of the Black History ones because we had the Miles, we had the War Machine, and we had the
Riri War.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So that's my bad. Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna leave Falcon out? That's cool.
Yeah. Falcon. Yeah.
Falcon is actually Falcon is coming out this week actually.
No, wait, he's late then.
He's coming out for the King in Black. What is it called? The King in Black Captain America one shot.
That's right, because that got pushed back, so that's why he's late.
Yeah.
How many copies of this are you guys picking up?
Hopefully the 2. The main. I think I'm grabbing the.
You know what? I'm actually resisting these just because if I grab one, I have the OCD in me is gonna want to grab them all. So.
Oh well, you're fucked down the road, bro.
Yeah.
It might be something that.
Just grab it.
I'm saying pass for now, but I have a feeling that if I see this in the shop, it might be an impulse buy.
No, I'm telling you, just grab it because you're gonna jump on them later anyway. So grab it.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I've got 2 pulled. I'm thinking to get the 3rd, but I'm just I don't know. I think the 2 is just fine.
Man, we got to go to the next picture because the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm actually thinking of grabbing this.
Yeah, Hyper. Trust me, grab it, bro. Just grab it.
We've got Avengers Mech Strike number 2.
I don't know why this is.
This is, you know, my thoughts on this. I just feel like this is just an excuse for Marvel to market some toys or something like that.
What's up, Paul? What's going on? Or should I say Rey Mysterio? Or no, who was I saying? Yeah, Mysterio. I was saying
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Yeah, because I was
called Spider-Man. No. You called Spider-Man's villain Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I know. Because I was. Yeah, we all.
Yeah.
What's going on, Paul? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us. Hidden Gem, what is happening? Ramirez, what's going on, man? And Ramirez and Johnny have their channel debuting tomorrow. I can't remember what time, so I apologize for not having that information. But I do know that you guys are launching it tomorrow. So, congratulations. Wish you all the best, and cordially welcome you to finally the YouTube community, I guess, right?
I'll drop their channel in the chat while you guys
are. Sure. Comic Dude, I was so confused when I saw this series. Like, what? Why? Just no.
Yeah, I just can't get on board with it at all. Like, no.
I think when we did issue 1, you were like, yeah, just pass. So.
Yeah, I'm not getting into it.
It is what it is. All right, we're going to everybody's retirement book. 1 issue later, we are at Daredevil 26, second printing. I can't believe this has a second printing, but then again, who doesn't have a second printing?
I like the nice close-up shot, though, with her in the side.
Yeah, I actually do like that cover.
Don't tell me I got to go buy 5 of these. Is this going to be a retirement book?
I don't think there's anything with it.
I'm not saying to spec on it. I'm just saying it's a nice cover aesthetically.
Yeah. I prefer, man, I honestly, like, I just prefer that Hulk one. So, like, if I had to, like, pick and choose and add, I'd probably add, like, a 3rd Hulk one instead of just grabbing this. If it was, like, just me, right? But, all right. We got Demon Days X-Men number 1.
This is one of those books that has been getting a lot of talk because
Peach Momoko.
Well, she's also doing the interior and she's also doing the actual story.
Right.
So she's doing everything in this.
Damn. Any first?
It sounds like it's gonna be sort of like. It sounds like it's gonna be sort of like a feudal Japanese take on the X-Men.
Yeah. It looks like Venom in the background, though, eh?
Sorry.
Like it looks like Venom in the background, like with the eyes and like the teeth.
With the symbiote eyes, kind of, yeah.
Like and then like the red with like the tongue. It literally, when I first saw it, like definitely. Is that Venom? Like, just really threw me off.
Yeah, it's
That's definitely Venom.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he has to do with the X-Men story, but yeah, it's clearly Venom.
It is Venom. That's what Sparks is saying.
Yeah.
So wait, I'm not really too up to speed on this one. Is this supposed to be in like kind of tying into Hickman's whole X universe, or is this like a one-off?
No, this is a separate thing, I believe.
Okay.
All right.
Avengers Mech showing up all over the place.
Hidden Gem saying there's no way that's just a coincidence.
That's definitely it's got to be.
But
as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, what the fuck is Venom doing there?
The closer I investigated, I'm like, why is Venom in here? Like, what does Venom have to do with like X-Men? And
well, just the eyes, just the eyes itself.
No, man, look at how they do like the teeth, and then
no, it's
red.
Definitely Venom.
No, I agree. It's definitely
Like, why would you do? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So it's gonna be interesting.
Well, it's just a different take on characters in the Marvel universe. So it's not really too surprising that these other characters could show up. But it's the question is why he's there.
That's null. Yeah.
Fucking Mephisto, bro.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, man.
It's Mephisto.
Mephisto. Yeah, that's everybody's answer. Yeah, that's Mephisto. What's it called?
Oh, and the Demon Days. For the Demon Days, there's a bunch of covers that it shows here.
Oh, yeah.
There's way more than that. There's a lot of really great covers for this too. The A cover is good. Especially if you're a Peach Momoko fan. The art germ's awesome. There's J. Scott Campbell that's fucking amazing.
I think everybody's gonna be grabbing that cover A though. Like
Shadow King. I think Shadow King's doing his thing in New Mutants. I don't know if.
I think it's Venom. I think it's just because it's an outside continuity storyline. I think she's gonna throw Venom in there somehow. I really do think that's Venom for some reason.
Maybe she throws Virus.
It looks like. Did Virus? Yeah, I don't. Oh, God, I hope not.
I mean, you're like,
way to fucking kill a story.
I can understand why Candicia started with Shadow King, because if you saw the New Mutants cover from last week, the Shadow King at the bottom does kind of have that symbiotic look to it, but no,
I think similar.
Yeah. Hey, who knows, man? Who knows? All right, we got Hellion number 10. This is a pass for me. I haven't picked up anything Hellions. Will probably not. So it's a pass for me and know nothing about it.
I'm picking this up, but see, after like a year and a half, I'm actually taking inventory of which X titles I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to drop. This probably might end up being on the chopping block, just because I'm trying to narrow. So yeah.
You sound crazy as hell. Listen, okay. Hellions may not be the most important book in the X-Men line, but it's been one of the best reads.
No, I agree, but the only thing is, like, of the X titles, like, the characters involved in this series, I don't have that much of a connection with, as opposed to like Marauders, X-Force, X-Men, and what's the other one? I'm missing one. Wolverine.
Marauders, X-Men.
And if you give up on them, you'll never build that connection, Hyper.
He's trying to come back. He's trying to get some grails. So
you sound like a parent on parent-teachers interview or something. It's like
I support you, Hyper. I support you, man.
I support Hellions. Buy Hellions, Hyper.
Oh, so
it'll be on this pull this week.
Oh, is that fucking Optimus Prime?
That does look like Optimus Prime, doesn't it?
In a Captain America, Iron Man, Hulkbuster looking thing. Yeah, it looks a little crazy.
I want nothing to do with it. Next.
Yeah. So we're going next.
This is the cover that we were talking.
This is the cover that I think we were talking about, Face, that we both thought. No, I think me and Hyper said it came out last week. You were saying it was this week, so yeah, it is this week, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember.
Well, it was supposed to be last week, I believe, but I think they pushed this issue back for some reason, and
No, K-Dog, New Mutants, I'm definitely dropping. That's actually one of my least favorite X titles at this point.
Hey, everybody reads differently, likes differently. There's nothing wrong.
No, I think it also depends. Like, some people have more of a connection with certain characters than I like than others. Like, I wasn't really. I never really read the early Mutants growing up. I was more of into the X-Force and the X-Men. So some people are digging the New Mutants run because they have a connection with a lot of these characters. Not so much for me.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we're going into everybody's favorite girl, Gwenom. So we got Gwenom versus Carnage, number 3.
It just sounded real Valley Girl right there.
Probably. It's a dope cover. I won't lie. I really like the cover.
Yeah, I'm picking this up.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I agree. I've been grabbing the whole miniseries, so I'll grab this one too.
Yeah, just because it is also kind of wrapping up the whole Venom storyline to begin with. So I'm pretty much picking up most of these King in Black Titans. I think the only ones that I'm not picking up is the Captain America, King in Black, and the Wiccan and Hulkling, and maybe most of the miniseries I'm picking up, like the Namor and the Gwenom, and
You're not picking up the Falcon cover for Captain America.
Don't do it.
Really? I thought that was the best one of the whole run. I thought you grabbed the other ones.
No, because he liked the Riri one from last week.
I grabbed the
Riri was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I grabbed of the Black History Month covers. I think I grabbed Blade, Riri, and I actually grabbed the Miles one where he looks all creepy and all that. He looks a bit too uninviting in that cover.
So you grabbed basically all of them except for Falcon. You're gonna diss Falcon. Wow.
Wait, was that really all of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh shoot! In that, snap. See, if that so now I might end up having to grab Falcon. If that was the only one that's missing from the set, and I ended up having the other 3, I might end up getting Falcon.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
If you can't find it at your shop, let me know. If one of my shops has it, I'll send you one over. So
I appreciate it, but damn you, I hate you appealing to the collector side in me.
I love to help you out, Hyper.
Yeah.
Read or Die saying, which Grail are you going for, Hyper? And I think, I don't want to talk for Hyper, but I think we have the same Grail we're going after at the current time.
Yeah. My number 1 Grail is I've said it a couple of times, but I haven't said it in a while because I think things take priority. But I think Hulk 181 would be the ultimate Grail for me.
And Newbie, is that the one you're going after?
Yes, I mean,
there's a lot of. Wait, hold on. How much you guys looking to pay for this exactly? Because I'm looking to sell.
Wait, you have one?
You have one?
I started live. Getting Newbie and Hyper fighting. I should totally do it.
You're gonna turn this into like Hunger Games,
right?
No, hey,
Newbie's just gonna cut out Hyper's fucking feed in the middle of it. Like, oh, he's not offering anything. He's gone.
No. It's like Face is gonna start a timer for the auction, and then oh snap, we lost Hyper.
Yeah, no. Hey, it is one of those top 10 books I think on everybody's collection. I don't think if you were to ask everyone, hey, give me your top 10, I don't think that one's, if it's not in your top 10, it's like 11th or 12th. But yeah, it's an iconic book, and we'll see.
For the record, it's number 14 on my list.
Yeah, me and Hyper kind of feel the same way about like big ass purchases, though. It's hard because it is a big money purchase, and for it to, and I'm not offending the book or anything, but to sit on a shelf for a while, it's a lot of money. So you have to make sure that you're getting the right price, the right situation, it's the right timing in your life and things like that. There's a lot of factors, right? Because
make sure you have the extra money.
Yeah, it's not $100 book where you could just, okay, yeah, it was $100. I'll pick up an extra shift. This is big dollars here. We're talking about a book. It's kind of shoot. I'm working overtime for like 2 years, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So.
And the thing is, I think me and Newbie were talking about this. How we come from that whole immigrant background where, just the if you bring up a conversation like if I told my mom like 10, 20 years ago, like, hey, I want to buy a comic book for like $40 or $100. I'll probably get smacked upside the head,
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard the story of when my mom came to a comic shop with me because we were going to visit my sister? And my mom's a smoker, so I was like, okay, Mom, we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna go in. So she came in and just like, whatever. And I ended up getting ASM 37, which is the first appearance of Norman Osborn. And I paid, I think I paid $40 for it. So she's looking at this thing and she's like, why did you pay $40? It says 12 cents on it. And I go, yeah, Mom, like it was 12 cents in like 1960. Like it's not. She's like $40 for this book. Like look at, and it was literally like a 4.0, 5.0 somewhere in there.
Which is even worse because she's gonna be like, it's like
yeah. She's looking at it and she's like, oh my god, this is like terrible shape. Oh my god, it's yellow. Oh, look at this cork. And I'm like, Mom, I know what I'm doing, okay? But like she was just so like just lost with the fact that I spent $40 on this book that literally looked, in her opinion, like, it looked like garbage, but jokes on her.
I mean, she probably wasn't wrong.
No, jokes on her because I ended up getting like 3 times my money for it later on.
Right.
But here's the thing,
that's the kicker.
Here's the thing, though. Because of that upbringing, it's hard for me, like, obviously now that I'm making money for myself, it's still hard for me to wrap my head around spending, even though I'd have the money for it to actually spend like thousands on an actual book. That's why I feel a bit more at ease if I actually bought a grill using profits that I would have made from flipping books. That way I figure it's actually books that's paying for my other books. You know what I mean? It's not like I'd feel less comfortable if my paycheck was actually paying for a grill. Yeah.
Right.
To me, I'll be honest, I mean, it is one of those books that like every collector wants to have. I'll probably take some like pictures with it and like, oh my god, it's nice to say, hey, I've been an owner or I am an owner of that book. But I'm not gonna lie, like I think it is a big investment book that if it's done correctly, the right situation for came, I could have future books paid for with that one. But again, it's not a book you see every day. It's not a book that's cheap. It's not like, oh, it's $100, okay, buy. It's this Hulk 181. So, Hidden Gem is saying we need to get my mom on one of these streams. Oh man.
Right.
All right, let's finish this off because I really want to get down, or we still got DC, but I really want to get to the comic news and comic specs. So let's go.
Could you imagine Newbie's mom catching that like one of those $8.99 cover prices? She'd be like, "Why the fuck isn't this 12 cents?"
I just want a Newbie's mom to be on the stream when Newbie is looking at the Dynamite section.
Right.
Dude, my mom is so chill, man. Like, I can't even say how chill she is, man. Like, trust me. She used to, like, when I was single, like, she would just grab a chick and, oh, my son was checking me out. His name's Joel. And it was just like, man, Mom, what are you doing? Like, that's just how cool my mom was.
She physically grabbed a chick and brought her to you?
No, not grab, but, like, she would, like, tap, like, hey, my son was, like, looking at you, and I was like, oh, my God. So,
I was like, that's a bit aggressive.
A lot of ladies through my mom. My mom was a great wing partner. But, yeah.
Your mom was trying to get you a girlfriend?
Yeah, for like the longest time. I was like single for like 2 years before I met my current girl, and I was like, man, I just want to have fun. Like, just let me be. And yeah, that's where it was. My mom, because my mom's like 60, so she's in her mind it's like grandkids, right? Where me, right, I'm like, right. I'm 30. I'm like, I just want to do me. I want to travel. So
Newbie's like, I don't want to share these fucking comics. Nobody.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So we got these King and Blacks. Do you guys want to talk about them? Can we pass them?
I mean, the handbook is pretty much, it's not a comic. It's just like it's like an info book where you just have character profiles and whatnot. So it's one of those things that think of it like almost like a wiki read in comic form.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually love every time that they come out with one of those. I grab them just because of the information that they put out in them. I like to have that check out, everything like that. The Thunderbolts is probably not going to be too significant. It's been a fun read, but it hasn't been an overwhelmingly important.
If you're grabbing, well, the thing is, if you already grabbed the first two, you might as well just finish off the set.
Right, exactly. Other than that, though, it's not hugely important as far as what they've shown so far in the miniseries. Wiccan and Hulkling is a one shot. I don't think it's going to be super important.
No, from the synopsis, it's seems like the typical thing with every other King in Black tie-in. They go on a honeymoon, and what do you know? A symbiote dragon shows up.
Yeah, that's pretty much been every tie-in. Fight a fucking symbiote dragon.
Yeah.
And a dragon shows up. Hey, maybe one day they make a movie about the dragons. Who knows? Never know.
Yeah, I think I'm more excited for the handbook than any of the tie-ins, really.
Yeah, I mean, I did grab the handbook for the Ten of Swords, and I thought that was pretty handy because of all the characters involved. Like, because I didn't know all the characters in that Ten of Swords crossover event, so it was nice to have that instead of to look up wiki for every single one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, then we have Runaways. So we got Runaways 34. We got covers.
Skip over the power pack, so we can't even plug the kids. Man, that's crazy.
Power pack actually might be something of significance because
that's a dope cover.
No. But I'm thinking, isn't there supposed to be the return of Sabretooth? I think in one of these issues.
Is there?
I heard something about how Sabretooth is supposed to resurface. I don't know if it's in this issue or in the next issue.
I thought that was going to be in one of the X titles. I mean,
I'd have to look into it, but yeah, but this might be an issue that I'm gonna have to do more digging on this one. But yeah, I heard something about this issue, how it could have some significance.
Well, I guess I'll have to pick that motherfucker up then.
Something to look for, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right. Then
if I waste $4 on this hyper, oh my god.
Then we have Star Wars High Republic #2, second printing. I don't know. I feel like everybody knew that this one was coming. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm probably going to leave this one on the shelf, to be honest with you. I don't know.
So many Star Wars books this week.
Yeah,
I'm probably passing on this one, even though I feel like maybe I should. No, I'm probably going to pass on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. So
I mean, I guess it's a cool cover, or whatever. But yeah, it's the second print on an issue that wasn't super important in the grand scheme of things. Doesn't feature what would be the main highlight of that second issue at all on this cover. So, and Skier's already been on a cover, so I'm not really sure, what the value of it would be unless you just need a second print copy.
Yeah, it's a pass for me. High Republic #3.
This one I'll be picking up. I think I'm picking up these two.
Is this a first appearance or cameo in this? I think somebody had said there could be.
No idea about first appearance or whatever. I think they're doing a bunch of exclusive covers with a new character that may be showing up soon, but I don't know that they're saying that. I don't know if he shows up in this issue or whatever. But there's going to be a few covers out at least for it. So,
and again, Star Wars.
I forget what his name is.
So, yeah.
So he could show up in here. He could show up in future issues. They haven't announced anything as far as when that character actually does show up, but they are putting him on covers. So he at least has like a first cover appearance. Damn, I wish I could remember what his name was. Pretty cool looking character too. But yeah, it's all on the exclusive covers that you'd see it. So
it's not bad. All right, so
actually, you know what, Newbie, you're going to League of Comic Geeks for DC anyway.
Yes.
So should probably pull it up.
Yeah, I got the DC stuff ready to go, so we'll just do the DC stuff.
Yeah, we can do it afterwards because we got to pull up at ENIAC for sure. That actually may be something big.
All right, so we got Batman 106, yellow and purple cover.
I like it. I like the cover. It's cool.
I'm not a big LSU fan, so I already hate those colors when they're together. It's a sports reference, so if you guys don't know what LSU is,
Newbie must be a Bama fan.
It also looks like Lakers colors.
Yeah, and I don't like the Lakers either. I don't like LeBron. So I love Kobe, just not LeBron. So
I mean, I think at this point the Lakers are more synonymous with Kobe than LeBron. Kobe's pretty much been the franchise for the longest time. LeBron's only been there 2-3 years.
I think this is 4th.
Is it really? Has he actually been there for 4 years?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2 years they missed the playoffs, and then last year the championship, and then this year. Yeah, so 4.
Oh shoot! I wasn't aware he was there that
Time
long.
flies, man. Time flies. So we got that one. Next up, we got Infinite Frontier.
Oh, whoa! Calm down, bro. You are getting way the fuck ahead of yourself. Go back to Batman, my friend.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, before we move on, the other big thing about this issue is, I guess James Tynion came out and said that this is going to be like the first cameo appearance of Miracle Molly.
Oh, it's confirmed. I don't want to bring that up because I wasn't sure if that was actually confirmed or not.
Yeah, that's the rumors, I believe. I'm not sure if it's 100% or not. I think that I read that it was announced by James Tynion, but I didn't see the actual announcement myself. So,
was with you. Yeah, I heard this is
the first Miracle Molly, the first full Miracle Molly is supposed to be, from what those reports were saying, 108, and I believe this is supposed to be her cameo.
Yeah, Sparks is saying it was in his newsletter.
Okay, yeah. I should probably go fucking read it at some point.
Oh, so it is confirmed it is a first appearance, just not first full. Is that what we're saying?
First cameo is 106 and first full 108, yeah.
So definitely go grab this book if you believe in it. Or if you're believing that. I guess this is the one. Because the one that I was thinking it was that, I think it was the green cover or something like that.
I think that's coming out for 108, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's her first appearance, right?
Yeah, something like that. But see, the thing is, like, with these characters, you got to remember there was also a big deal that was made about the underbroker. There was a big deal that was made about the designer.
Yeah.
And while they were cool characters, they were plot devices. Now, also there was a big deal made about Punchline, and that's fucking legit. So
she's like a Z list. I'm just kidding. I just don't want to. I don't have that book. I'm always salty.
Oh, he's one of those haters.
Yeah.
I mean. It's already on my pull list, Batman. So I mean,
if you don't have Batman on your pull list anyway, then I mean, are you really buying comics unless you're a newbie?
I don't like DC. The last Batman one I got, I think, was 92. So I've been out of it for a while.
Oh wait, face. In fairness, when Tom King was writing Batman, it was getting a bit stale. So I can't blame people for jumping off of Batman for a while there.
I mean,
I don't care.
Well, the other big one's going through the same shit right now. Amazing Spider-Man, and
it's not my thing. I drop them. I'm like hyper, but like I do it more dramatically, or drastically. I always think, this isn't really going anywhere for me. I'm not enjoying it. It's my money, so do I keep buying these? That's nothing, or do I put that money aside? And like I always say, there's always next week, or put it towards a grail. That's my thought process all the time. I will not just collect it just to finish the run or anything. If it gets, stale for me, or I'm not enjoying it, that's it for me.
For me, it depends how far we are, and if there's actually a definitive point where we know that the run's ending. Like let's say Immortal Hulk, we know that it's ending in issue 50. If I'm already at the late 40 issues, I'm not going to drop it. I'll just continue until we hit 50. So
if you're like 46, right, and you've been enjoying it, but it's done at 50, I totally get it. But for me, like, if I'm dropping like issue 20 and I know, it's gonna go 50, I'm out. Like I don't need to. I don't want it.
And I understand that for a big series like that. But I mean, if we're talking about like a short arc or something like that, like a 6-issue story arc, it's kind of hard to drop in the middle. If it's something that you were liking at first, and then all of a sudden, like, issue 3 and 4 hits, and it's kind of, you still want to kind of get those last issues to see if you get a fucking payout. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of dropping in the middle of story arcs. That's true, but I'm not really committed to like finishing a run if I'm not feeling the series.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how I do my business and my comics. It's just how I've always done it. But you guys know, like, DC is not really my thing anyway. I've been burned on.
That's the thing. We're not really worried about Batman being on anybody's pull list. We just like to give newbie shit about it.
Yeah, no, and I'm good with it. Will I pick this one up if it is the first full appearance? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because
first cameo.
Or first cameo. I'll probably pick it up, but
you should check the variant. Scroll down, newbie, because usually cover Bs for Batman tend to be on fire.
Is it that white one there?
No, that's the one in 25, which I'm not picking up. I'm not picking up any of these sketch variants.
Yeah, I'm not really loving those either. Are
you talking about this one then?
Yeah, that's the one. Is that a wraparound or is that a connecting? I can't tell. I think that's a wraparound.
It does say wraparound.
Yeah, it says wraparound.
Does it? Okay. Oh, yeah. Shoot, it's right there on top. Yeah, okay, so it's a wraparound.
Philly born is saying, yeah, he stopped after Clown Hunter joined the family. Yeah. Batman is like Spider-Man to some comic book guys. I will buy Batman even if it sucks. So happy I am joining the current story.
You know what? I have to say I think I'm with Paul on this one because despite the abuse that I had to take through Tom King's writing, I stuck with Batman because I've been collecting it since the New 52. Since the New 52 run. So Batman's probably going to be one of those things that's just going to be stuck to my pull list.
Yeah, there's two titles for me that, I mean, historically, yeah, I think have always been on my pull list. It was Batman and Amazing Spider-Man.
Batman to me are like the Toronto Maple Leafs. I am loyal to both those franchises through thick and thin, through high and low. And right now, Toronto Maple Leafs are at a high. So
yeah, it's because that's
why you plug them.
Ottawa and Montreal every other night. Just wait.
Listen. Let's not quiver over these details.
Jesus. All right. So yeah, guys, the big news. Yeah, this will be the cameo appearance of Molly Miracle. So be on the lookout for that. It could see some heat in secondary market. We'll see. But yeah, 108 is the one with her on the cover. So yeah, there's going to be a filler issue. So. You know, obviously, if you're just going on spec and to flip, you probably want to skip 107 and just put your eggs in one basket for 108.
And they're doing the same thing like they did with Art Germ, where for Punchline's first cover appearance, Art Germ did that, right? For cover B, they're doing the same thing with Miracle Molly, where Art Germ is doing cover B for 108.
Yeah. They were. I think it didn't end up working out that way for Punchline. But that was, I think, the original intent.
Yeah.
Because I think that issue ended up being on like 92 instead of.
No, it ended up being it was supposed to be on 94 and then it got pushed to 92. Yeah.
Yeah. They did some weird shit with it. Yeah.
All right, we got Infinite Frontier number 0.
I mean, it's one of those books that DC puts out. It's like like a little special or tie-in or whatever. But this is sounding like it's pretty much gonna reset the new status for the DCU. So you're into the lore and everything of how these universes work and whatnot. This is probably something that you might want to pick up as far as having the story and the information. It might not be a huge thing spec-wise, but.
No. This is going to be similar probably to that DC Rebirth one-shot that came before all those Rebirth titles came about. Actually, that DC Rebirth did gain some heat because of the 3 Jokers mentioned in that. Was it a mention? True. Or was it a appearance?
I think there was like some kind of mention in it that did turn into a thing that.
So I mean, this could have some spec down the line depending on how they what characters or something that pop up, but I'm picking up just for the added context to these Infinite Frontier books, which I may or may not pick up.
Nice. Swamp Thing number 1.
Oof.
Definite grab for me because I want to jump on the new. DC's sort of been pushing Swamp Thing lately, and they're trying to do it like a more like a horror take on it. So I'm kind of jumping on board with it. I want to see if they can pull it off.
It's funny because this is almost like in the same timing where Marvel has been pushing Man-Thing lately. If you've noticed, like all those Curse of the Man-Thing variants that's been coming out, which is very much parallel to Swamp Thing, right?
Isn't that interesting how that works?
Yeah.
This one I may end up grabbing as a cover for the variant, Matina's cover. That's a pretty sick cover.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I'll admit that. What is it? One in.
Oh, it's a cover B.
No, it's a B cover.
Wow. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Damn.
And I'm pretty sure that's cardstock. No, it's not cardstock. It's $3.99. Okay, so it's regular printing.
Yeah, $3.99.
They don't usually do that with the Matinas. They're usually card stock.
Yeah. Suicide Squad could be interesting because it's a brand new team altogether, which is
Whoa.
Which one?
All right, just passing up
Crime
stuff.
Syndicate #1.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
We're gonna talk about it.
Whoa. Come on.
I'm sorry that I didn't show Crime Syndicate respect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a story about villains, so I got to jump on it.
Outside of that, I'm not grabbing it. So
that was it. That was
it. If Hyper didn't mess it up, I probably would have just let it go. And yeah, that's pretty much all you're getting from Crime Syndicate #1. Suicide Squad. Well, Hyper, let me know what you think. Tell me how you feel.
Yeah, Hyper, do tell.
It's all right. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, fuck it.
This is interesting just because it seems like it's a completely brand new team. You don't see Harley Quinn at all. At least it doesn't appear she's going to be in this new team. But yeah, it looks like it's Peacemaker and that's Talon, right? That's also on the new team.
Talon, yeah.
Yeah, Talon from Court of Owls, and I can't make out the other two guys though. But it seems like they're trying to push Peacemaker in a more prominent role because he has that HBO Max series that's going to be coming out. So I think
John Cena.
Yeah, so
can't imagine why they do that.
Now I want to just bring this to your attention. Do you notice that on top of Peacemaker there's an X?
He's not Red X.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
A couple of people in the chat are saying that Crime Syndicate is a must.
Yeah, and see, people in chat know. No, they know. Our viewers know. You fucking slackers don't, obviously, but our viewers, they know.
Well, Face, you didn't shed some light on Crime Syndicate. You just let Nui.
I said I was grabbing it. It's a story about villains. Of course, I'm picking it up, and then y'all just kind of moved on. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna add more. Okay, all right.
You just got to move on sometimes, guys. That's all. All right, Man Bat #2. I will say it is a dope cover. I think I said that for issue #1 as well. It had a pretty dope cover. I like it. Will I pick it up? That's a different story.
Yeah, I like that cover too.
Brooks is saying Suicide Squad is a pass. They're all gonna die anyway.
Probably. Oh, there you go. Big death issues.
Yeah.
Well,
those are so important anymore, right?
And you know how deaths do in comics, right? Like,
yeah,
they're dead 1 week, and then 2 hours later they're brought back to life. It's just the way it works.
It's like the Undertaker of comics.
Yeah.
Wasn't Wolverine dead for like a year with like 3-4 different fucking versions of himself running around or some shit?
Oh, you mean like Old Man Logan and the other?
Yeah, there's like Old Man Logan, Laura Kinney, Honey Badger. There's all these different Wolverines, and he's supposed to be.
I will give Marvel some credit for showing some restraint but then again, I think that was also a bit of a jab at Fox at the same time. I think, but I think that's when they actually kept him dead for the longest time. I think.
Oh, for sure.
At least 2-3 years, I think, before they actually brought him back in Return of Wolverine.
I don't know how long it was, but yeah, that was actually one of the surprisingly longer lasting deaths. But they did, in fairness, have a bunch of them running around.
Uncle Ben returning in ASM 67. I don't know. I have no idea. How many times is he gonna die? If Lasso's in
the new Green Goblin.
I know he's gonna be out of this. Sensational Wonder Woman #1. Got a lot of #1s here in DC world coming out.
Oh, they're basically rebooting, so.
Yeah. So yeah, not much really on my front. DC's not really my suit, so.
There's a B cover to this that's pretty good too. So.
Who's that by?
I think it's Ajikure, who's been, he picked up some heat with one of the Something Is Killing the Children variants that he did. So.
I'm not a fan of the torso, like. The shoulders. It looks. I don't know. There's something a bit off.
The shoulder.
It's an all right cover. It's not the greatest.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. It doesn't. It's not. I don't think it's really going to catch my attention.
She looks like she should be like a linebacker or something.
It's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I guess. But...
Probably supposed to be able to kick the shit out of you. So.
Yeah. All right, and then the last two. Oh, that was it. And the last one, sorry, is The Dreaming Waking Hours, number 8. I don't know. Even with Sandman and everything being announced, these books were supposed to pop. Anything Sandman was supposed to pop, it hasn't. I think I have 1 and 2 with like those first appearances, and then that was it for me.
Sandman, you want some patience. That show's coming.
Yeah, oh yeah. But they've been saying that since like 2012 with Sandman. I remember
Sandman. No, they're actually, I think they've actually done castings and shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, they have. I'm just
full
saying.
On it. Yeah.
That's all you've heard is wait on it, right? Like you've been hearing that since like 2012. So, you know.
Well, and again, a lot of it's going to depend on advertising from HBO Max and DC too, because if they don't advertise the shit well, people aren't going to, watch it regardless because they don't know what the fuck Sandman is or anything like that.
Yeah.
If they do advertise it and people check it out, I mean, it's got an amazing following in, comics for such. Like, I don't want to call it like an indie, but it essentially they were originally sort of marketed as indie series, kind of sort of not. I don't know how to explain, but the Vertigo line was a sort of offshoot of DC that was supposed to represent more indie books.
Yeah.
Before
we get into our comic news and spec, I know, Face, you wanted to touch on a Marvel book that we didn't see on previews. Was it Marvel or?
I think he said he wanted to see from Bad Ideas.
Yeah, the ENIAC from Bad Idea.
I don't think is Bad Ideas even on League of Comics. It doesn't look like it.
Select. You have them all on there, right?
Oh no, you might have to scroll down on the publisher.
Yeah, hit select all.
What's it called? Bad Idea.
Bad Idea. There.
Right there. Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
So this is the first, I guess, of the regular series or whatever that's going to be coming out from Bad Idea Press, which is the group of guys that put out that Hero Trade book that went fucking apeshit on eBay. You remember?
Yeah. Now, is this going to have Face? Is this going to have like that same restrictive ordering policy?
It's not the same restrictive stuff that they did with Hero Trade, but this does have some weird ordering where I guess it's not on Diamond, it's on. I'm not sure exactly how it has to be ordered, but it's only at like 50 different shops that they're putting them out right now. So you kind of have to go online and order it if you want to get a hold of it, basically.
Too much of a legwork for me. I'm probably gonna.
200 stores. Okay.
200 stores. Yeah. So I doubt any of my shops got it.
Yeah, it's more like it's one of those ones that you're probably gonna have to find online if you can.
Yeah.
And then it's as comic book collectors, I think especially with our viewers, it's something that is definitely worth mentioning because.
Are you grabbing it?
What's that?
Are you grabbing it?
Yeah, I've got it ordered. Like Comic Talk Weekly, I think it was, just said most of the shops that I've found, you can only get one per customer.
Yeah.
So I've had to I ordered a copy at one store for myself and one from another store for my girlfriend.
Yeah, because apparently
they choose.
I don't know if it was Dinesh or somebody else, like Dinesh, who runs Bad Idea, but I heard somewhere that if they find out a store shows a receipt that has like more than 2 copies sold for a customer, then that store apparently is withdrawn from the whole program.
Wow.
Yeah, they're doing really limited release on it and everything like that. So it is pretty hard to find. Like I said, I mean, even the 2 copies for me and my girlfriend, like I said, we had to order from 2 different stores because they're being pretty firm on the one per customer.
Yeah.
Which is really weird that it's, you're seeing it so firm on a book that is just regular cover price. Nothing super special about the print run on it. It's going to be low, but it's not going to be like store exclusive low, I don't think. But, how come these stores can't do the same shit when they do the stuff with store exclusives? It's just baffling.
I mean, it's genius marketing on their part in the sense that they're trying to make it a very almost like an underground kind of movement, and right. And also Pig also Smart Pig, sorry, brought a good point that I think once the stores commit to one issue, they have to commit to buying them all. They can't basically drop the series.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
All right, guys. So that's New Comic Book Day. We are going to get into comic news and comic spec. So I'll start off, and then I'll let Hyper take it away with comic news, and then Face will finish with that, and then we'll get into the spec. So kind of the big news the last couple days, obviously there was that Rachel Zegler has joined the cast of Shazam for the movie. It's going to be called Fury of the Gods. The role is unknown at the time, but people have been speculating. There will be a little speculation I'll do in a week or so about that. So there's that. Obviously, probably the
biggest. Looks like.
Pardon me?
What's she look like? Who is this person that they cast? I've never heard.
I put it on my Instagram. I don't have any of the visuals. It's just been a busy.
Is he playing like? Is it? Are we looking at like an adult Mary Marvel?
No, she. You know what? She looks like someone that might be able to play Isis. She has the same.
Didn't they already cast her though?
Did they already cast Isis?
I thought they did.
Okay, because just by looking at her, she almost looks like that would be the role that you know.
Oh, okay. So she has that look. But yo, I mean, DC's doing some weird shit because like the new DCU Supergirl she has black hair. I mean, that's just weird for a Supergirl. I mean, I've never seen a representation of Supergirl that was, had black hair. So.
Yep. The other big news, obviously, is we finally got the official title for Spider-Man. Home being basically the theme here with all three movies. So we got Spider-Man No Way Home. It's kind of funny how they released it, did it. Tom Holland has been known to release all that information, so it was just kind of funny how they kind of did it. Doesn't really tell you anything.
Shit out of everybody.
Yeah, doesn't really tell you anything. They're not really giving any information outside of the fact that this is the title and it comes out on Christmas, which I am shocked, to be honest, because we're officially in March in a few minutes. So it's kind of crazy to me. We still got Black Widow. We still got a few shows that I'm hearing are going to be connecting and have things like that. So that's kind of interesting that they put it. I was really expecting them to just be like, hey, we have a Spider-Man movie coming 2022. I didn't think they were actually going to put a title on it, but they put Christmas. So, that's some good news. Hopefully the virus is gone and we can watch it in theaters. Big Bri, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining, man.
These shows that they're coming out with seem to be coming out with pretty rapid fire now. I mean, we're looking to get Winter Soldier and Falcon here within the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Loki's too far off.
Loki, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk they're still in production. They haven't finished filming or anything like that. I don't even think they've started, to be honest, from what I'm reading and things like that, the rumor mill and stuff like that. But who knows, right? The other news, there is some a Superman reboot is in the works. Obviously, J.J. Abrams is producing it, so they're still unclear.
Action Comics #9.
Yeah, it's unclear if it's going to be the Superman we all know. A lot of rumors are saying that it could be Calvin Ellis. So Face has been kind of saying, hey, keep those Action 9 comics. I forget the other one that has him in it, but there's just two that you should definitely be grabbing and holding on to at the moment.
Final Crisis 7.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I picked those books up in dollar bins.
And Action Comics.
They're really cheap. Yeah, they're really cheap. And oh, sorry, I was reading the comment there. Yeah, exactly. It's looking like they're gonna try and do the Calvin Ellis Superman. They tied Michael B. Jordan to production pretty early, I think. He's probably a pretty good, pretty logical pick for the casting too, which would be actually pretty awesome. I think I'd love to see that movie, to be honest. And with Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams getting tied to it, it just seems more likely that that's probably the direction that they're gonna go. Now they can do whatever the hell that they want.
Yeah.
But that seems like that would be, you know, the choice that they're leaning towards, and it does seem like a pretty cool idea. I'd love to see something different from DC. They've tried giving us the regular shit, and they can't do it for whatever reason. So yeah, hey, try some different shit.
The funny thing about that is, like, over the summer, I grabbed Action Comics 9 when it was at cover price, and I remember that kind of spiked when the initial talks came of Michael B. Jordan,
Right.
pushing for that black, Superman character, and then it spiked. I think almost like that issue went up to $70-$60, and then it went back down to like 10-20. It kind of cooled there for a bit, and then now it looks like it's picking up. So, these things, it goes to show these things go up and down.
Yeah. You can honestly find it in the dollar bins, and you guys know, the people that tune into us, and you guys know us. I always take pride in, I don't want to be like other people who just say, hey, yeah, it's in the dollar bin, but they can't show it to you, or they, like last week I did all my spec, and literally I found all those books in dollar bins. Like, they are out there. You just got to have some patience. You got to go look. I found multiple copies of that book for $1. So make sure you guys go look.
Yeah, you may not be able to find them now. They might start pulling them out of the dollar bin, but yeah.
You never know. Some places are still were locked down, right? Like in my area, we've only been open for like 10 days. So
and I mean, again, there hasn't been anything. They haven't come out with anything official saying, yeah, this is going to be Calvin Ellis Superman that we're going to get, or anything like that. So there, it's not for sure. For one, it's not for sure that that's even going to happen, and for two, maybe the shops haven't pulled them yet because they're just not thinking that that's what they're going to do. They're,
Newbie, you're mentioning about bin diving, right? So I got a notice from one of my honey holes that remember I posted a picture where I grabbed like 6 copies of TMNT 101.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So they're basically doing a 30th anniversary sale.
And they want me there?
And no, actually for the first time they actually announced that there's no discounts on comics and back issues because they want to avoid people bin diving and taking up spots. Because me personally, when I went to the shop, I think I almost spent 2-3 hours just bin diving, and I was like grabbing these issues. So they want to avoid that situation. So basically, comics and back issues are the only things that are basically not on sale.
Jeez. Wow. That's the way it should be, man. I don't know. I'm hoping to get key issues to come up with me to another shop, brand new shop we've never been, in Mississauga, Ontario. So I'm hoping to be able to go there Tuesday or Wednesday with them. So fingers crossed we're able to make it. Before I get into my WandaVision, I'm going to just one more piece of news. And again, usually I have all the visuals, so I apologize. Just work's been a little crazy. The last news, obviously, is the Blue Beetle. Warner Brothers is moving forward with a Jamie Reyes Blue Beetle movie. So that sounds interesting. I know a lot of people were talking about Blue Beetle throughout the summer, in the fall. It kind of died down there in November, December, January, and then all of a sudden, we get it's kind of happening. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Again, it's Blue Beetle. Not one of my favorite characters or anything like that. So who knows?
I mean, again,
Beatles.
Right. Aquaman.
I mean,
so, exactly. So
it's another one of those things. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to be really hopeful, but like with James Gunn doing the new take on Suicide Squad, it's kind of seemed like maybe a little momentum has shifted at DC, and hopefully they are embracing taking on some of these more outside the box franchises, because like we were just talking about, they've done Justice League, they've done Superman, and they haven't been necessarily the greatest. So it will be nice to see some less traditional properties get some love from DC. And
but the thing is, the director could only do so much. It also has to be the studio that has to back him. I mean, I think partly, James Gunn did a good job with Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think that's also the overall direction that Feige and Marvel had with the cinematic universe, right? So even though James Gunn may be able to turn, chicken shit into chicken salad, I still think this ultimately it's the studio that has to kind of give him that freedom to kind of, you know.
I mean, yeah, but you know, and I think that the Warner Brothers has given him that freedom. And one of the things that I like about James Gunn when he's made these movies is that when I've watched the movies that he's been involved with Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, obviously they're not direct takes on actual storylines from the comics, but I feel like when I watch those movies, I know that James Gunn has picked up a few comic books in his lifetime and read them. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's pretty clear that he's at least at some point in time checked out some comics and has some idea of storylines and characters and everything like that. And he seems to be giving that same appreciation to Suicide Squad. And it seems like when you get these directors that tend to be more passionate about the lesser known properties, it tends to work out better. Like they put a little more effort into it, show them a little more love or whatever. So hopefully we get that with DC. Hopefully they're picking the right directors that really want to do these, you know, these characters rather than just trying to attach a name to it or something.
All right, and the last piece of news or conversation before we get into our, I don't know if Hyper's got a few things comic news related, and then we'll get into.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have like one or two, but they're nothing big. But yeah, go on.
And then we'll get into the comic spec guys. So you know, appreciate you guys for staying in here, chatting in the chats and things like that. You know, always love seeing everybody get along and chat and in the conversation. But obviously, since Friday, the craziest thing. It's fun. It's always funny to me when these WandaVision things happen because like Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, like people are like, no man, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, and then like Friday happens, and it's literally like total left field or like I just like always going back to those people that were like, no man, it's gonna be this, like Grim Reaper was showing up, and Patrick Stewart, and it's like, yeah, that didn't really show up. So big news if you haven't heard or you haven't seen the show. I mean, it's been 2 days, 3 days, but we got the White Vision, so West Coast Avengers 45 just exploded. How bad this thing exploded is unreal to me. A 9.8 West Coast Avengers 45 sold for $1,500. That means it is in the same category as New Mutants 98. Just wrap your head around that. You got the White Vision basically at par with Deadpool. That is crazy. Me personally, guys, I don't have the book.
Is it a real sale? I mean,
yeah, it's real sale. It's been going like crazy.
No, I mean, was it confirmed that was a real sale and there's other sales that are around that price, or was that just
even if somebody cancels the order, like it's still eBay will still show it as a sale. So
right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking. Was that
like we wouldn't know? It would just still show up as a sale. So that's how you kind of have to take it. Like
yeah, no, but that's why you look up multiple and see,
Yeah, so there's 2 sales
for that price. Wow.
For at 9. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Who's still dicey for me?
I've got nothing against this book. I have nothing against the people who own it. Do whatever you want with the book. But here's the thing. I think this is like a 3-4 week character. Like however many, I think we got 2 episodes. Yeah, so 2 week, 3 week book to be hot. And then after that, like I don't really see anything happening with this. I think it's gonna go down. So I mean, if you do have it and you're holding on to it, like I don't know. I think this is a perfect time to sell. That's just my opinion. I don't own the book, so if I did, that's where I would be. I would be selling it because it's just super hot. But yeah, I don't know what they could do. It kind of makes me think that they have plans for Vision as this character. But again, like when will we see him next? Probably like forever away, if anything. I mean, look at all the projects that are happening. We got all these shows, and then we have Spider-Man coming and Fantastic Four and X. Like it's just gonna be a bit. So I don't know. To me, it's a sell. Just crazy how that book blew up. With only 2 left. So.
Do we know what the storyline is for that? Because like I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with that storyline. To be completely truthful, I know nothing about the White Vision storyline. I have no idea how that.
I don't know.
And I was actually going to look it up, and I forgot all about it.
I don't know much about it, but yeah, like Brian's saying, like PQ, like yeah, I think this literally, guys, and this is just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong for the people who want to hold on to this forever or bought it at $1,500, but I think this is a 2-week book right now. Like this is the time to sell it. I would not be buying this book if you were able to pick this book up for under $5 in the last couple of years, last couple of months before Friday. I think, hey, you know what? Do one of these. Congratulate yourself. You know, up that combo at Subway, whatever. But it is the time to sell the book. Go put that money somewhere else. I think anyway. Unless White Vision and Vision is your character, hey, then by all means. But I think the prices on this book are not going to sustain. Like in 2 weeks, come at me. The price will be dropped.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it'll stay that high either.
And Sean Miller actually brought up a good point, because I actually checked this out in Swaggle House Comics channel, where there is a way you could check the source code on an eBay sale to actually see what the actual agreed upon price was.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah.
So for like offers accepted and all that too?
So basically, when you actually click on the URL of the actual, like, let's say the confirmed sale, if you look at the source code behind it, it'll actually show you what the actual price was that the seller accepted at. But yeah, you kind of have to do a little bit of like manipulation on the URL to kind of figure that out.
And Ryan is absolutely. Yeah. I want everybody to focus on those last 4 words. Focus on those last 4 words. Comic karma is real. Karma in general. I'm not trying to sound, like a mythical creature here, but karma is real. It happens in anything in comics. So, just.
If you want to talk about comic karma, the guys right now, there's one dude right now in the chat, Johnny Rosado. He picked up one of the nicest dudes in the community. He picked up an Ultimate Fallout 4 in the poly bag for $24 at a flea market. So
wow,
if that is awesome. Karma,
Yeah, that's an awesome find.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So I guess this guy, Comic Tom 101, showed people how to do it. So there you go. If you're interested.
Oh no, I wasn't. I didn't check his channel. It was a Swaggle House Comics. That's the channel that I actually saw.
Oh, okay. So then, check out Swaggle House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's pretty cool.
I will not take your fucking bait.
No, I'm reading the comments. Okay, so that's news for me. Hyper Face. Before we get into Comic Spec, do you guys have anything you guys want to add for comic news?
Well, it looks like from our last conversation, I think the whole talk about Jennifer Lawrence being, what's her name?
Invisible Woman.
Yeah, I think that's actually been debunked. And apparently, so to my relief, the rumors aren't true. And,
no offense to Jennifer Lawrence or anything. She's a perfect fine actor or actress, but she's not the Superform that I want.
Well, it's just like my thing with that whole news last week was I just kind of want more fresher faces in Marvel. I just don't want to see the same people being recycled. Like I made the example with how Michael B. Jordan was Mr. Fantastic, not Mr. Fantastic, sorry, Human Torch, and then he was Killmonger. I just want to see newer faces brought into the MCU. I don't want to see someone that already played another character in another franchise.
I don't necessarily mind that, but I do kind of have, like, at this point, I've kind of got my heart set on John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, and that's the casting I want to see.
I mean, that's like a perfect world.
Yeah, that is
casting, right? So,
yeah, so.
And the other thing I kind of read right before I hopped on the stream was there's talks that the Illuminati might be appearing in the next Doctor Strange movie.
Yep.
Oh.
But that was talked about for a while.
Yeah, they mentioned it a few times.
New Avengers 7, right? So.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of getting more heat on that news now.
Interesting. That's an interesting place for them to show up. But I guess it would make sense with the.
Well, you got Doctor Strange, right? You're gonna have Professor X probably show up. Reed Richards. Who else is in it? Black Bolt. So that'd be interesting. I mean, obviously Iron Man's in it, but probably can't be in it. Obviously,
maybe AI version.
Need to see. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting on how they would do that. Yeah. The only thing I got is we had already talked about it was the casting for Supergirl and DCU.
What about Chris Evans?
Evans, you mean? Oh, okay, I see.
Chris Odds, bro. There's 3 of them.
Oh, man, it's not.
I see. Newbie was trying to pull one over on Reynolds.
Yeah.
He was. He's trying to get it.
We gotta have fun, guys. We gotta have fun here. You know what I mean? It's all fun. Life's short.
Oh, but yeah, he was the other Johnny Storm, and then he became Captain America. So yeah.
So apparently you can't play fucking Johnny Storm without playing somebody else.
That seems to be the trend.
Yeah.
This is X. I'm with you on this, man. If Professor X shows up in Wanda, I'll believe the Illuminati stuff too. I really would. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting who this big, supposedly mysterious guest star that they're gonna have show up is gonna be.
Okay, so here's the thing, and it was just something that was brought up actually yesterday to me, and I was like, oh my god, like, what if it was okay? So hear me out on this, and then we're going on spec, but hear me out on this. What if, because the White Vision is, like, we just saw it, right? So the White Vision is going to be entering the Hex. What if it was just a big fuck you, and it was just him? Because let's look at what he said. He goes, it's an actor that I've always wanted to be in a role with, and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
White Vision is entering the Hex. Who's in the Hex? Vision. So it could literally be just the fact that he's always wanted to be, you know what I mean, like, with himself. And it could just be like one of these, like, happy, like, fuck you, to like everybody. But like, I really do think that that's what it's going to be. I think that's it. Like, it's going to be the fact that White Vision is going to come in and they're just going to like battle each other. And it's going to be that, I forget his last name, but his first name is Paul.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah. He's just going to be playing against himself and like acting against himself. So like, I think that's what it is, to be honest with you. I get what you're
saying and everything. And I mean, that might make sense for most storylines or franchises or whatever, but you're forgetting something very important. This is Marvel and this is Disney. We've got to move fucking product. So this last episode hits, you are absolutely going to get hit with something that's going to move some future product for Marvel. 100%.
Never know. Sorry, Hyper, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, how long is that finale episode gonna be? Is it 2 hours?
I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but because didn't they say like the last 3 episodes were gonna be an hour or something like that? And then the last one was like 38 minutes or some shit.
Well, we're pretty much down to the stretch. This is gonna be the last one that's coming up.
Yeah, so I mean,
we're gonna see. All right, Face, do you have any news you want to add before we get into spec?
Yeah, like I said, just a Supergirl casting for the DCU. I actually don't remember her name. It's just an interesting casting. It's very different from the castings that DC has done previously, because traditionally, she's been blonde, and this girl has black hair. So, whatever. But
so it's apparently going to be 50 minutes. Sean's saying if this was a Lucasfilm, I would agree with you, but this is not a Lucasfilm. Hey,
yeah, right. Exactly. We got to move that fucking product at the end. We got to pitch our next.
Yeah, it's just fun to just think about it. You never know, and that's the beauty of it.
Oh, for sure.
Afterwards, people want to come at me and be like, "Oh, Nubi, you're wrong." It's okay. This is all for fun.
What are these kids at recess that's yelling at you?
I don't know. That's
going a little fucking pincher hand shit.
So.
With those
yeah, all the kids running around at recess with pincher hands screaming, "Newbie, you're wrong! Newbie, you're wrong!"
All right. So if that's it, we're gonna go into our spec. I'm sure this is the time where everybody gets their popcorn, their Coronas going. Do you guys want to add anything before we get started here?
No, let's see what you got.
All right. As this is the spec, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, who've been here throughout the show. I want to say hi to some people that are watching and have their notebooks ready. No, just some people who, aren't talking. They're just watching.
Damn, Hyper's taking up his break.
No. It's just
All right, so let's get started. I always try to put 4 books out there. Face and Hyper don't have anything today, so I might go a little bit longer than the 4 books, but we'll go with it. We'll see where we end up. So first book, Hyper, you might correct me. I think I might have got the wrong cover, right?
No, that's the
one.
First appearance of SF. Wow, I'm actually surprised this is actually on your spec. Yeah. I can't wait to hear about this. Let's go.
Hyper's getting excited.
Hey, don't listen. Let's slow down. I'm just, again, like I said here at the bottom, there are no facts or proof. This is spec. Is newbie's opinion. This is just.
I am watching.
This was great because like Hyper was doing the evil villain, rubbing his hands together. So Hyper is waiting for you to fuck this up, bro.
No, quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. I was actually very encouraged to see this slide.
And I put it first because I was like, Hyper's he's gonna be excited about this. So, we got Street Fighter. I mean, obviously, we have to look at. I sometimes try to take a step back because it is hard sometimes when you're just collecting a certain way, you're speccing a certain way, you're going down one path. You kind of have this going. So you kind of have to like take a step back in order to look at different things that are going on. With that said, video games is super hot. Like a lot of properties that are our video games are getting a lot of attention. A lot of people are collecting them. Just look at what Mortal Kombat did. What was it, a week ago, 10 days ago when the trailer came out? Like, even Hyper had a spec on the Mortal Kombat stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I think this will happen. I don't know when, obviously, but I do believe this will happen. There will be a Street Fighter movie at some point.
There is a Street Fighter movie.
I think that, there already is one, but I just mean.
No, there's actually they made reboots after.
Yeah, and those are garbage.
And they've all been fantastic. Every one of them, great.
They were terrible. I'm talking in the future, kind of like how they did Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat is probably going to set the bar for a lot of these fighting style games and things like that. But let's be real. When you think of Pops, you think Coke, Pepsi. You think of sports teams. The Lakers and Celtics. When you think Mortal Kombat, you think Street Fighter. Like they just go hand in hand. So I could definitely see this being something that does happen. Again, you can find raw copies for like $5 to $15. Not a lot of people are talking about it, so it's the perfect time to buy. I really do think so. So I don't know, man. I just think it's got a lot of potential. We've seen what these Mortal Kombat books are going for, and they'll probably rise once the movie comes. So again, it's just not a bad idea to look this way. Like I said at the beginning. What?
I have a question in regards to this book, and Hyper may actually. I'm not sure if you know the answer to this one, newbie, but I feel like Hyper would definitely know. Is this also the first appearance? Like Chun-Li definitely shows up in this, right?
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
weird.
The big.
So here's the thing. I obviously have this issue. This series ended in 3 issues because the sales weren't that great, and Malibu basically, the final issue. They ended up having to do like an epilogue at the end where they tell you this is what happened to these characters because they didn't have the issues to actually finish the story. So it's almost like they pretty much put like an editorial on issue 3 where they basically thanked the fans and said due to sales yada yada yada, we had to end our publication, and then they list what happened to each and every one of the characters because issue 3 ends on a cliffhanger and you're kind of like, what the fuck? So, but this series is kind of weird because it takes a lot of liberties with the characters. Like Chun-Li makes a pass at Ryu, which she never does in the video game series. And Ryu basically blocks her advances, and then she gets all pissed. And Sagat and Balrog try to kill Ken, and they try to rig his car and all that. So there's a lot of they take a lot of liberties with this series as opposed to the actual game.
But Chun-Li does show up in this one.
Yeah, her first appearance is in this book. Yeah.
Okay, because that's really the first Street Fighter appearance that matters most.
You don't think Ken and Ryu have?
I mean, they're okay, but like, really, people are gonna, want Chun-Li. That's the one they want.
Oof, Ryu is the franchise player in that series. He's right there on the front and center.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how they market it. But Chun-Li's the Street Fighter, bro.
But I will say I do agree with Dr. Lovebox. The Udon series has been better. Like the current company that does the Street Fighter books, Udon, they actually do. But again, you might not like it if you're not a fan of Street Fighter. I dig it, and I actually met the creators at Fan Expo, and I got them to actually do commissions for me for the book. So,
sweet.
Again, I'm a Street Fighter fan, so for me, my opinion might be a bit biased on this. So.
It's all right, man. It's all right. All right, next book up.
Thank you, Hyper.
Fantastic Four 140. Now, guys, I talked about this on the Fantastic Four spec show we did a few weeks ago. But again, I just don't think a lot of people were listening. I think a few people were listening because I got a few pictures. But again, guys, I'm seeing this book in a few places, in a few dollar bins, back issue bins, things like that. If you can't afford Fantastic Four Annual number 6, this is not a bad book to grab. I really think Annihilus is going to be big. Origin stories seem to be something that people still gravitate towards outside of just appearance. Again, copies are selling anywhere between 10 and 30. I mean, I know I put 40 there, but I've seen them in high grades for $30. Cheap buy-in. It's got that old school panel cover / cool cover thing going. You don't see too many of the panel covers anymore. And again, I'm biased towards this because it's Fantastic Four. I love Fantastic Four. I believe in this book. I picked up 2 already at $4 a piece. So they are out there, guys. Just got to look. I think this is a good time to be on Annihilus. And I've been saying that for a few months, actually, since I came into the YouTube world with Fantastic Four Annual 6. I'll probably continue to say that with that book and this one. So definitely a book I think everybody should be on the lookout for. It is a book that you could get lost and just kind of skip over. So just remember, it's the red one. It's got panels. It's 140.
And
go ahead.
Before you continue, you brought out a Street Fighter character actually during your presentation. Akuma showed up in the chat.
All right.
Akuma.
So this is actually one of my favorite specs probably that you've ever done because like it hits all of my high points for just off the wall stuff like this. First of all, it's Annihilus, which is a villain that I love, and then the second part is it's an origin story, which I think origin stories are awesome, and I wish they would make more of a comeback as far as being relevant and everything like that. So, because that's kind of like it's got an old school type feel to it, and another the old school type feel is that panel cover, and it's actually a good panel cover. Like, there's a lot of panel covers out there that are really, really bad, but this is actually a pretty cool one. So,
yeah, I agree. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see. You guys know I have it, but yeah, I got my Annual number 6 up there. So, man, just to stop the spec for a second, I bought that for $180 in a 5.5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I bought that last summer.
Wait. Did you grade it yourself, or was it already graded when you bought it?
It was already graded.
Yeah, that's pretty dope then.
Okay. I went on eBay to check out like what the book is selling for.
Mm-hmm.
And in a 5.0, they're going for like $600 to $700. And I know it's not sold sales. I didn't even look, but that's what people were pricing them at. Like you couldn't find them cheaper. And I was like, holy crap! Like that's insane. That's a good return right there for less than 6 months, and it's up like $300, $400. It's crazy. So I think he's coming, guys. So just be on the lookout for it. All right, next book up. We got Avengers 363. It's a foil. It is shiny. They're hard to get in high grade. I put that, or are they? I don't know why, to be honest with you. I've seen some high grade ones. I've seen some low grade ones. There is a little bit, and I'll on the mouse here. So like right around this corner right here, a lot of them have like color breaks. So there's like a lot of blue on it. That's the only issue I've seen on some of the books you can get. If you pay more than $4 for this book, I think you're overpaying. Like, it's just a cameo. Some people say first appearance, but it is a cameo. The cameo is of Death Cry. So there are some rumors that the character shows up in WandaVision. There's some rumors about Captain Marvel 2. Take it for what it is. But like I said, raw copies you can find for $1 to $8 max. So like if you're paying more than $4, you're overpaying. Just let me know. I've been able to find like 4 or 5 in the last couple of days when I've been digging. Not a bad cover to have. Not a bad character that could show up for a little bit. Do I think that this is a $100 book? No. But if you can find it for anywhere between $1 and $4 and make $50, it's a good deal. So, and we've seen.
I can see that Captain Marvel 2 happening. That shit makes some sense.
Yeah, but we've also seen like what happens when a character shows up or it's rumored. Like it just skyrockets, right? So
yeah,
again,
for sure.
You know that's something to be on the lookout for. With that said, the next book is Avengers 364. This one's a little harder to come by, but I do know two people who have found it in dollar bins. I think they paid like $3 for it. So this is like, you know, back to the first full appearance of Death Cry. Raw copies selling anywhere between $2 and $10. So again, I probably wouldn't pay more than $5 to $8 for this movie, for this book, not this movie. And again, you can see her in Captain Marvel 2. Never say never. That is something when you spec, you kind of have to have in the back of your mind. You can never say never when it comes to speccing on characters or in general. You never know. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, especially with Marvel these days, man. You could throw anybody in a movie.
I do like.
There's outlets all over the place.
Yeah, I do like this cover way better than that foil one.
See, I like the foil
for it. It's nice. I have it in my collection. I think I have like 3 copies. It's nice, but just I don't know. I prefer this one. I like the color. I like everything that's going on.
I got 90s kid nostalgia though, man. I love that.
Yeah. So, all right. This next, I think. What did I do? All right, we'll do this one, and then I'll leave it. I'll leave the rest for the next week or two. But this one is, I think, very undervalued. So we got Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. Shang-Chi character we could see. Change that could to probably most likely. But we got the first appearance of White Tiger. Raw copies, you can find them for $2 to $12. A 9.6 graded, sold for $56 US. That's not bad. You know, the rule of thumb is usually when you get a book graded, you know, if you can get it under $100, it's always a good deal. So yeah, 9.6.
Wait, which White Tiger? This is not the female White Tiger, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a later book, correct?
I don't know too much about Shang-Chi. Maybe Hyper might, because he's into that whole martial arts thing.
I still got to do some more digging. I'm trying to do a bit more research.
I can't remember.
But there is actually one thing. I'll let you finish this spec, and then I'll. There's a comment that I want to bring up, but I'll let you finish this one first.
Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think that with Shang-Chi coming and things like that, I think this is definitely a character that we see. A lot of people don't even know what this book is. I've seen people pass it up right beside me, or anytime I've been trying to find it, or going to a shop for it, I've seen people just pass it up. Always had that fear that people were going to grab it or whatever. But yeah, if you can grab these, press them, clean them, see what you can do. Me personally, I think that there's money to be made in the Shang-Chi world and those characters. White Tiger, I think it's got a really good future in it.
That's one of the characters I don't know a whole lot about. Do you guys have any idea which White Tiger character is more likely to have the potential future, I guess, as far as,
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know too much about it. I haven't really got too deep into it. It's probably something that I'll have to do because I'm more interested to see about that female White Tiger now as well. So that'll.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've been trying to make it a point where there's certain series that I want to start reading in terms of the Bronze Age era, and actually that Marvel Special Edition, the one where it introduced Shang-Chi, and then even the actual Masters of Kung Fu series, that's something I actually will want to start reading just to kind of get up to speed in terms of what characters could pop into that franchise. Because I think that's like, because a lot of people talk about Blade and all. I'm kind of surprised that Shang-Chi's kind of getting not enough play right now in the media as much as he should.
Okay, so it looks like they may be putting the male White Tiger in Black Panther 2. That could be interesting. It's not a character that I'm super familiar with. I've seen. I remember she was in one of I think a Spider-Man animated series or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one it was. But I vaguely remember from that. But other than that, like, it's just not a character that's shown up a lot through Marvel history. So
yeah,
it's definitely an interesting one worth doing some research on.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for this.
And Nubi, just to tie in with because this is also kind of like an Asian superhero team. PQ brought up the comment that Big Hero 6 is seeing big prices. I think I actually brought this to your attention, I think, in our private chat where...
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Also, PQ has a great avatar.
Yeah, what was that first issue called? Sunfire and the Big Hero 6. That issue, I luckily got that in a claim sale for a really ridiculously low price. When I checked the 9.8 for that like 2 weeks ago, I think it was like 150 to 200. I'm seeing sales of like $300 to $400 and up for a 9.8. Because we do know that Feige did mention that we are supposed to be seeing more Big Hero 6 coming to Marvel.
Everybody just Baymax.
Say that again?
Everybody just wants Baymax.
Yeah, but it would be cool to see Sunfire also in Marvel.
Oh, sure.
Sunfire, the X-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
And actually, Silver Samurai is also in the lineup. I don't know if this is where I'm not sure if Marvel's going to stay true to the original Big Hero 6 or if they're going to do their own little tune-up and kind of switch out some of these characters.
Yeah, they could. It's who knows with Marvel.
The thing is,
and Silver Samurai has a lot of past shit that it feels like they would need to kind of flesh that out a little bit before just throwing a movie or change the character fundamentally. But who knows?
I think there's going to be some character swaps, and I have heard apparently that there was rumors that it got squashed, but Feige did mention that we were supposed to see some more of it. So I'm not sure where to believe, but the spikes are. But just letting you guys know that the prices are moving on those books for whatever reason.
All right, before I finish off with this, so just to recap, so we got Spectacular Spider-Man 9, first appearance of White Tiger. We've got Avengers 364, first full appearance of Deathcry. We've got 363, which is the cameo appearance, but it's got that foil goodness, that early 90s. So, just be careful with that one. We got Fantastic Four 140, the origin of Annihilus. And then we have Street Fighter 1, all affordable books. I have not put one book up here that is more than $15 at max. There's a few books that I told you if you're paying more than $4, you're overpaying. So just keep that in mind.
And this one I literally picked up at the dollar bin. So this was a literal dollar bin find.
You know what's interesting to me, and I kind of, again, it's nothing against any YouTuber or anything like that or anybody putting out content. But like the videos that are like, hey, spec books you can get for under $5. Like it's crazy to me because like, yes, at the same time you can get these books for $5. Like you can get cheap books, but like the condition isn't what you would want them to. You know what I mean? So like when someone's telling me like, hey man, you can get I don't know. I can't think of one right off the back.
First Omega Red, I guess, for $5 if it's
sure,
like
$5. But what's the condition? Like a 2.5, a 3.0? Like you don't want it in that condition, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, like how many pages were in Hulk 181?
How many what?
Pages?
How many pages?
Isn't that a standard comic?
Like yeah, just guessing probably.
I'm guessing it's like 32.
I thought it was 32.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot. You're jumping high. I think it's like 22 or 24, but you know, you could probably get like a copy of Hulk 181 for like $200 with like 23 detached pages. But
exactly.
You know, so yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that's where, like, you know, again, it's nothing against it, like, but you know, somebody had asked me, and I just thought of that when I was doing those slides there, where yeah, like people do these videos of like, yeah, you know, like you can get this book for $10, but yeah, you can get it for $10, like if you want it as a reader copy, right? But like if you're looking at it as an investment, you can't grab these books at, you know, $10 and like super low grade, right? So you just, you know, you guys got to do your, you know, do your research and stuff like that. So when you see our spec and like especially mine, you know, when I say those prices, like that's in like really high grade, right? So just keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously depends what book it is. Like the reason I threw up the Omega Red first appearance, because a high grade book in and of itself is only a $30 book. So at that point, you might as well just invest in a high grade copy. Obviously, if you're looking at something like Silver Age or Bronze Age, that's like, you know, an upper echelon book, I could make a few concessions in terms of the grade, obviously, in terms of what I'm willing to accept. But there's certain things I just won't let slide. Like I kind of need all my pages to be intact. I don't want any missing pages. I don't want like a big chunk of the cover missing back or front.
Yeah.
So, you know, it has to be still presentable. That's all.
It's true. It's true. Hyper, where can the people find you, sir?
Well, my IG is hyper.combo.comics, just like my handle. And the YouTube link is on my IG bio, so you could check that out there. Still trying to work on putting some content, so I'll put it when I put it. That's all I can say, guys. Just things have been kind of hectic on my end, so yeah.
It's true. It's true. Face, what's going on with you, man?
Man, every week we ask this, and we just sound half-assed as all hell. But you know, I feel like we're getting a little bit closer to being somewhere professional. We actually made some progress. We actually do have some stuff going on. Me and Keys got a show tomorrow that we are going to do probably I believe we're scheduling for 7:00 p.m. For anybody interested in some indie stuff.
Eastern time?
This is what's that?
Eastern time, right?
Yeah, Eastern, sorry. It's going to be a show that we're going to try and do on a fairly regular schedule. It's probably going to be like every 2 weeks because I got a weird work schedule that we're going to drop a different show. We're going to be doing it as a live show, but we're going to be discussing different indie comics, series, you know, story arcs, things like that. The first one that we're going to be talking about is Transmetropolitan. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night at 7 on my channel, FaceTime. So.
Perfect. Put your link up, Face. I think I have everybody's stuff in the description, so go, you know, check them out. But I mean, guys, if you guys are
there's not much there yet, but there will be.
If you guys are following us on IG, like you can find all of us. You know, we're pretty connected, and we basically tag each other and all the stuff. So, and you guys know where to find me. I got a video dropping tomorrow. I got an AOK from Mr. Renos, who lives super close to me, or to my mom. I kind of talk about that because, like, you know, it was just down the street. So he dropped it off there. I went to pick it up. So yeah, big shout outs to Renos, always supporting the community, solid dude. So I was humbled. He's like, man, I want to send you something. I was like, yeah, cool, man. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, there's some goodies there. We will be back. There it is. Thanks, Sparks. Appreciate that, man. KP will
appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So PQ. The link is right there. So make sure you guys go check it out. Tuesday, we will be back on 9:30 p.m. I believe it's 9:30 p.m.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, 9:30 p.m. We're going to be talking about the hottest comics of February, all the way from, you know, the FOMO, what they were going for that day in February, what they're going for right now. We might make some, you know, we might laugh at some of the books for where we thought we were going to be with them and where they are now. I know Hyper's going to enjoy it because there's going to be a few books that, you know, he's going to be like, I told you.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. So it's going to be fun. So again, guys, you know, we go Sundays, Tuesdays. So we'll be back on it again. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm dropping a video, or rather today, if someone wants to get technical, because in 6 minutes we're literally
got 6 minutes for it to be today, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be dropping a video Monday. I'll say Tuesday we're back at it, and then that's it. So like always, guys, I do appreciate you guys for coming, stopping, chatting. It's always fun with you guys. Like I always say, go add, go sub, go support. You never know who's selling, buying, has information, needs information, and you never know who you're gonna meet. So definitely take care of the community, grow the community, and as always, guys, I will see you guys next time.
Peace.